Hello and welcome to Mount Pleasant, Michigan, where the Central Michigan Chippewas try to herd the Bulls of Buffalo in the barn on Broomfield once again. Jacob Tenson alongside Kyle Sandel, and both these teams went back and forth yesterday, CMU becoming the victors. Do we anticipate more of that here today?
Yeah, absolutely. All four sets were really tight between these two teams yesterday, and they both still sit atop of the Mid-American Conference and want to keep their spot there, so we should have a fun one here today.
And two players we anticipate high-level games from. First on the side of Buffalo, it's Mandy Lee, the setter, approaching a set record.
Yeah, the star setter 19 assists away from breaking the Buffalo career assist record. Collected 42 yesterday and will look to achieve that historic achievement today.
Another record breaker on the other side, it's Grace Thomas, tying her career high in kills yesterday with 16.
Yeah, the freshman has been on fire for Central Michigan. 38 kills across her last 3 games in just 10 sets. She has been dominant up front for the Chippewas.
Kind of a special day here today. We're going to head to the sideline. Victoria Chesson has more for us on that.
Yeah, thanks, guys. We are not only in for a good game, but the game it's for a good cause. This is the Chippewas' 3rd annual Autism Acceptance Game, where it will be a sensory-friendly match. They're going to have limited buzzers and a sensory room available for anyone to use at any point of the game. This is a really important event for a head coach for the Chippewas, Mike Golick, and his wife Katie, as they really want to educate people and teach them and bring awareness to this event. Both Little Caesars Arena and Co-American Park in Detroit have sensory rooms that are open all season for use. Jacob, Kyle, this is something really cool that the Chippewas are able to do.
Yeah, just a super cool event that CMU's put on in the last couple of years. But back to this action here, both these teams, we mentioned it in the open, just high-level volleyball in that first set between these two. But Kyle, what are the kind of keys to victory here for each team?
Yeah, well, starting off on the CMU side of things, it's feed the freshen. We talked about it in the open, but Grace Thomas has been phenomenal so far, hot the last couple games, and continue applying pressure. They have those aggressive serves, plenty of hitters up front to get it done. And on the Buffalo side, you got to secure the serve. They allowed 10 aces to CMU yesterday, and then you just got to come up clutch. They were only outscored by 6 total points yesterday, despite losing in 4 sets. So if you can come up clutch when you get to 20 points, you have a chance to win it today.
Yeah, definitely going to be a race to 20. Whoever's gotten to 20 first seems like they end up taking the match. It was super close in those first 3 sets, all just being decided by 2 points like we had mentioned. Last one, CMU took 25-21. We'll have to see what we get for an encore here today. Buffalo wearing those all-black jerseys. CMU wearing the gold jerseys with maroon shorts. It's going to be an exciting one, though. But obviously, first place up for grabs. Buffalo needs a couple of things to go their way to get into first place. But for CMU, if they win, they maintain first place possession of the match.
Yeah, and CMU's just hot, a 4-game win streak. They've also won 9 out of their last 10 sets, so they'll look to continue that here today.
Lena Anderson started yesterday off with an ace. Can't do it this time, but we're underway here in Mount Pleasant. Buffalo gets the first point.
Quick offense there for Buffalo, getting on the board quick. We got a good environment here in McGurk Arena. A lot of Buffalo fans here getting loud after that point, so this is going to be good.
Yeah, the fans know it's up for store as well, too. They want to get that #1 seed. One of these two teams wants to host that MAC tournament. Feudy will serve, goes right into the net. We saw a lot of those yesterday, a lot of service errors on both sides.
Yeah, and we kind of how I talked about it with Central. They're aggressive with the aces. This Buffalo team as well. They get a ton of aces, so we're going to see that strategy to try to sneak it over the net a good amount.
I want to be aggressive with those serves, but sometimes those service errors comes. That time clips the net, goes over. Far side, it's Arcucci, big swing. Able to get it brought up. Here's Casson, tip shot. Feudy's there. Lee will set up back row to Forlin, into the net again.
Little setup, bit too far away from the net there. Get a little bit closer there, you'll get it over. CMU takes the early lead.
Yeah, so 2 quick errors. Not what we saw in the first set yesterday. Very clean volleyball being played between the two teams yesterday in that first set, but a couple quick errors here. Free ball over by Buffalo. Corbett will set up. It's Raymond. Feudy there. Now, Trebahaska had a great game yesterday. Hits the fan, comes over, so we point to Buffalo. Don't see that very often.
You don't see that one too much. That ball up in the rafters, deflecting. Look out.
No, don't know where that's going to go off the ricochet. Comes right back on the Buffalo side, but that can't happen here. So 2 points. We're tied at two apiece, I should say. Buffalo will serve. It's Clyden. First time we're seeing her here today. Sends it over. Corba sets up. Quick set. Thomas in the middle there had a great game. Mentioned that in the top. 16 kills, tied her career high. Casson gets the kill.
Great job there from Christina Casson, finding that back corner, splitting the defenders from Buffalo here. A little bit of miscommunication on who's going to go after it, and it results in the central point.
Yeah, both kind of looked at each other, anticipating the other one going for it, and neither one did. So CMU will take that. Now 3-2 lead for them. Gertiza to serve. Tight on the net. Battle at the net. Trebahoska able to keep that up here for her Bulls. Swung over, that's Lee, and that's going to be an ace for her, or a kill for her, I should say.
Yeah, tough play there for Lena Anderson. Gets put in a really difficult spot because you don't know if that one's going to stay in or not. Decides to go after it, and now we're all tied up again.
And Abby Lee got that kill there. She actually now ties this set, now ties the record for most career sets played in Buffalo program history. Will obviously break it in set number 2. Kind of a miss hit there, ends up being an ace for Trebahoska.
And Trebahoska, just such a difficult serve to defend. I mean, look at, she gets so high in the air, it comes in hot, and that's why she's so good at the service line.
And we mentioned it in yesterday's game. She plays a very similar style to Natalia Raymond. They do that jump serve. That came off so hot off of the hand, but just a little bit too long there that time. That's kind of that risk reward you get from that jump serve.
Yeah, I mean, if you're the Chippewas, how do you make a decision to go after that one or not? It's coming in so hot, I don't know how you have time to even register whether or not you're going to hit it.
And we know that Trebahoska can swing as well, so kind of using that same kind of movement to serve. This time she tips it over and finds the opening. Trebahoska stays hot.
You brought it up right there. That's the element that she brings. She has the power with the kills. So you're expecting it, go to the push shot and find the floor to regain the lead.
Yeah, led all hitters in yesterday's action. Good. Another service here, this time by Abby Lee. But Trebahoska, 17 kills yesterday, got her 10th double-double, had 12 digs as well.
And now we're going to see Grace Thomas serving here. She's been serving a good amount lately for this Chippewas squad, despite not a ton to start the year.
Trade service aces. I was going to mention before that, she had 2 aces yesterday, but also had 1 or 2 service errors as well. Has one right there. Grace Thomas, we mentioned career high for her yesterday, and 2 of the last 3, she's hit 16, so tied her career high in just 2 of 3 games. Korba to Olin, gets it down right in front of Feudy.
Great job there from Olin, just using that IQ. Doesn't need to pound this one into the floor, just sees that opening gap in the Buffalo defense and places it along the right side.
Saw nobody was home, so just put her right where nobody was. Ties it back up at 6 apiece. Sends it over, it's Korba, good knuckleball serve. Close side, it's Arcucci sending it over. Raymond able to get it up. Casting the one-handed club swing, gets it over. Now Buffalo resets. Far side slammed down by Forlin.
That's always the toughest part because Christina Casson makes a really good play for CMU, but it allows Buffalo to set up their offense easily. Chippewas try to get back into their defensive coverage, but finding the opening was the Bulls.
And even if they were in position there, that's not an easy swing to recover from anyways. Now Forlin just got the kill and will serve. Takes her time. Here it comes. Raymond able to get it up. Korba, quick set to Olin. She sends it down.
Good to see Abby Olin getting hot early in this first set. Her second kill back-to-back for CMU. Went to the push shot the last time. This time brings the force to tie it up at 7.
Yeah, only 9 kills for her yesterday. Kind of a lower number from what we normally see from her. Already up to 2 now today. Forlin with her second kill. Actually, that was Arcucci. Now it takes the lead for Buffalo once again.
Exactly what we're expecting here, right? Back and forth action is what we saw yesterday. We're getting more of it here tonight.
And a lot of quick rallies. You see about 1 or 2 sets from each side. They only get 1 or 2 possessions, if you will. Try and get that point. Olin, another quick one, gets it down, ties it up once again at 8 apiece.
Very clear strategy here for CMU. Feed the hot hand. Korba to Olin is money right now as she checks out of the game.
Yeah, yesterday it was the Grace Thomas and Korba connection. Now it's the Korba and Olin connection that's been working off really well at the beginning here. Trebahoska dunks it off the face of Korba, gets her kill.
That's now 3 different types of kills we've seen from Trebahoska. The push shot, the hammer shot, and then this one basically just grabs it and throws it down legally though. So it's really difficult to defend her at the net.
Yeah, yesterday, Coach Gall kind of got into the ear of the officials a little bit about those kind of those push shots between Forlin and Trevor Hospital. Maybe it'll be something to watch out for as Raymond slams it down. We're tied once again.
Natalia Raymond, first on the Chippewas in kills. She really does it all for CMU. Gets her first kill of tonight's match.
Natalia Raymond, just an all-around player. She also gets a ton of double-doubles, was just 1 kill away from another double-double. Would have been her 10th of the season as well. Had 9 kills and 10 digs in yesterday's action. Miscommunication there by the Bulls. It's an ace for Gertiza. Nobody knew who was going to get that second hit.
Yeah, Gertiza had an ace yesterday here. This one, a bit of a lucky one, but obviously you'll take it. This is what we were talking about pregame. Buffalo has to clean up these defensive service plays.
Couple of service errors. That time just a communication error, but Trebahaska makes up for it. Gets her 4th kill already and just the 11th point for the Bulls.
I mean, she might have bouncy shoes on because look how high above the net she gets here. Just at 5'10", just rises up and finds the floor.
Yeah, those blue shoes, I like her shoes. They gotta be, there's something in them that are making her bounce way out of the building. Near ace there, clips off the net. Raymond now will swing away and goes a little bit too strong. Point to Buffalo.
So far we have yet to see a team really extend the lead here in this first set. It's back and forth action. 1 point leads for each side. So we'll see if either team can stretch this lead out here.
And that's exactly what we anticipated going into this. We saw that yesterday between these two teams. Short serve there, barely gets over. Grace Thomas looks for her first kill and gets it.
Precision here from the freshman, Grace Thomas. We've talked about her all throughout the start of this one, but just places it down right in the back corner there. The Bulls think it's out. Next thing you know, we got another tie game.
Yeah, Feudy asking for that out of bounds call, but just hit on the line. So point to CMU again, tied again. Coming right back over, the Chippewas will reset the offense. They go to Schrock. She's blocked, able to get it up, but nobody else is there. CMU thinks they actually got that up off the pancake. The CMU fans are asking that it was.
Yeah, it looks like it was blown dead by the officials, but Coach Golick is going to challenge this one. They want to take this point.
Yeah, so Schrock got blocked. She was able to hit it up, and then good effort there from Langton to even potentially get that hand on it. Looks like she got the pancake down, and then CMU was able to get the free ball over, but they shut down the rally at that point.
And we're on the opposite side, so we don't have the greatest angle at it, but as you mentioned, the Chippewa fans on that close side reacted as if it was saved by Langton. We'll see if there's anything here off of the deflection from Buffalo. You see Schrock hits it back up. Langton already on the ground, makes a leaping effort to keep it up, and really tough to tell.
Yeah, unfortunately from that angle, Grace Thomas' head's just in the way to see if the ball was hit up off the hand. Like you said, try to get that pancake down from Hannah Langton, and even if she didn't get there, there's just tremendous effort. She was already on the ground and able to spring back up. You see on her knees, and then it looks like the hand is underneath there.
Yeah, that here is a really good angle. Watch the fingers of Langton. They make some movement when that ball comes down. Her hand kind of pops, obviously, when you see the ball come. It's a tough one to overturn because it's really, how can you tell if that ball is on the hand or floor? But either way, an incredible effort from Langton.
And I mean, there were 2 officials there, and they were able to, they blew it dead pretty quickly. So you would think they'd have a pretty good look at that, especially that side official right there.
Yeah, that both officials are right there looking at it, so they immediately blew it dead. You would think that they have the best look at it. I would imagine that this one stands, but we will see.
Officials away from the monitor, just clearing it up with the scoring officials. Looks like we're going to call here. And they do say it is point to Buffalo. It did look like she got the hand under there, but it's just so tough to tell because if it was fingertips of Hannah Langton.
Right, and you can't blame Coach Golick for challenging this one, right? It literally is right in front of him. He's 5 feet away from where the play happens. If he thinks that she got underneath it, obviously you're going to try to challenge that one. So he's still having a conversation with the official, but we're back in action.
And every point is very important. There's an ace off of that long review. I was just going to mention the point differential has been right around 1 to 2. We haven't seen it get above 2 to this point. At 2 right now after that ace. Ivy Lee sends it over, and now it's Schrock. Gets it through the block that time and gets the kill.
big-time point there from Schrock, because coming out of those challenges, I feel like that's when you really see the momentum shifts happen, whether it goes one way or the other. Buffalo gets the ace after the challenge, so a nice point from Schrock to get the Chippewas back going.
Yeah, resets it back down to just a 1-point deficit. A near ace there from Grace Thomas. Has to force a free ball over, though. Chippewas get the first chance to attack. Schrock can't quite get it down. We're going to get another free ball, so playing defense right now is Buffalo. On the attack is CMU, and Olin finishes it off.
CMU just making it really tough on the Buffalo defense right now. At the service line, Korba obviously is setting up these frontline players well, as she always does, and we're tied right back up.
Korba has had 30-plus assists, I believe now 10-plus games. The last 10-plus games, I should say. Olin gets another one.
Abby Olin, amazing so far here in this first set. It's 3 straight points for CMU. Her 5th kill with a, guess what, 100% hit percentage.
Perfect to this point and captures the lead 14-13. Buffalo looking for an answer. Good effort there to just get that ball over. Buffalo will attack. From the back row is Trebahaska. She doesn't quite, or they are going to blow that dead. They're going to give that point to Buffalo. And be surprised if we see another challenge.
And our officials on the side where the ball was on didn't blow the whistle, so kind of an interesting play there. But Buffalo does stop the central run.
Now Trebahaska up to 5 kills. Has an .833 hit percentage. We get another service there by Buffalo.
Yeah, that's where Buffalo's got to clean it up at the service line, allowing Central Michigan to take the lead here early.
Yeah, so 15-14, CMU leads it. It's been a close one so far. That's what we've been anticipating. We'll see what the rest of set number 1.
It's Red Tag savings time at Penske Chevrolet. Get Red Tag holiday savings now on new Trax or Equinox. Your choice, $299. $299 a month at Penske Chevrolet. Drive new Trax or Equinox. Your choice. Red Tagged at only $299 a month. The Red Tags are back now at Penske Chevrolet.
Listen up, hockey fans. NHL on ESPN Plus is back. The hardest hits, the dangles, and of course, the sellies.
You gotta be kidding me! It's not real!
Enjoy every second of 1,000+ out-of-market games, exclusive matchups, marquee NHL events, and so much more. That's hockey on ESPN Plus.
Welcome you back into McGurk Arena. We take a quick look at the MAC standings here. CMU, with the victory yesterday over Buffalo, was able to capture that #1 spot. But obviously, Buffalo has a chance to recapture it here if they are able to take this one.
Yeah, look how tight it is here at the top. We got 4 teams with 8 wins. Then Ohio and Western are knocking on the door. The top 6 make the MAC tournament. So a lot of different movement could happen today based on the results of today's game.
Yeah, it'd be fun to see how this one ends out here the last couple weekends here, end of October. This could be a preview. We talked about it a little bit yesterday. These 2 teams could be a preview of the MAC championship later on. They match up super well, and it's been close throughout. Here's Buffalo. Forlin swings, good dig there from Langton to keep it up. Schrock sends it over. Lee to Arcucci, blocked down by CMU again. Abby Olin can do no wrong.
A great collection of plays from CMU. Langton sets it up with the diving dig, and then the block from CMU. A 2-point lead here for Central, their biggest of this first set.
Abby Olin 5 for 5 in swing attempts, and now also a block. Another block there by Olin. Battle at the net, won by Buffalo this time.
Yeah, that ball gets up in the air, and it is up for grabs for either player. Good attempt there from Casson, but she hits the floor, and Buffalo stops the Central run.
Yeah, again, there has been no lead greater than 2 for either side to this point. That's what we saw in set 1 in yesterday's action as well. So here's Schrock. I think that was tipped at the net. They do call a tip, so smart play there from Schrock, hitting it off the block and going out of bounds.
Yeah, the Buffalo defense is really kind of in a mess at the net. CMU has kind of had their way when they're able to set up their offense and get those attackers ready.
So Anderson back to serve again. It's Arcucci on the far side. She gets it down for her third kill.
Really efficient play from both sides so far at the net. CMU with that .500 hitting percentage, and Buffalo not too far behind at a .409. It has been an offensive outing today for both teams.
Now both teams have that high hitting percentage. CMU actually second in the MAC, 81st in the nation coming into this with hitting percentage sitting at .234.
And I'm talking about efficiency, but on the Buffalo side, that's now their 5th service error so far compared to CMU's just 1.
Yeah, Buffalo, they lead. They came into into yesterday's action 19th in the nation in service aces, but also have a bunch of service errors, and there's a block again by CMU, now up by 3.
We talked about it a little bit earlier. Natalia Raymond just does a little bit of everything for CMU. Kills, digs, aces, and here the solo block.
Raymond doing it all. Trying to close out this win. Another block. They can't get it past these blockers. Another one.
Look at CMU. Got McGurk Arena bumping. Grace Thomas and Christina Casson teaming up there to reject Buffalo, extending the lead to 4, and they're the first to 20.
Yeah, that pivotal 20-point marker. It seems like we've always been tied at 20 each time throughout this weekend to this point. Get a good look here at head coach Scott Smith of Buffalo in his 6th season with the Bulls. He's led them to 2 back-to-back NIVC tournament appearances. He's done a tremendous job just improving his team each year with these Bulls.
Yeah, and every time they have every year they've really gotten better, but 20 all-MAC players produce in his 6 seasons as head coach, so really does a good job with the players individually and obviously on a team basis.
Absolutely, and on the other side, there's head coach Mike Golick. Obviously today, a little special day for him with the autism acceptance event going on. As a daughter who's on the spectrum, so just near and dear to his heart, but in his 9th season with CMU, 2019 MAC head coach of the year, and maybe, potentially, could be looking at another one here this year.
Yeah, and Coach Golick with the maroon pants today, looking snazzy out there.
It's a solid look. I gotta get a pair of those. We saw the overalls yesterday. There's someone in the stands as well, so I got 2 pairs of pants I need to purchase here in the near future. Off the timeout, CMU's ready to play. Buffalo taking their time a little bit here. You kind of anticipate that's kind of what you expect after getting down 4 here. That's the largest lead we've seen on either side.
Yeah, we'll see how Buffalo responds coming out of the timeout. CMU's done a good job. Aggressive serve so far here, so crucial for the Bulls to have a nice defensive play here to set up their offense.
So now both teams are ready. Hannah Langton will send it over. Here comes the libero serve. Tightly on the net. It's Arcucci on the far side. Langton able to get that up. Corba far side to Raymond. Lee is there. Set up to Arcucci again. Blocked again. CMU, the blockers are doing it all.
We're having a block party here in McGurk Arena. The Chippewas are inviting everyone on the team because another one here, Natalia Raymond, her 2nd solo block today.
Now 6 blocks already here for CMU. Didn't see that a lot yesterday, but there's another one, but this time it goes out of bounds, so it'll be a kill for Trebahovska.
And CMU almost celebrated that one because they are just dominating at the net, but this one doesn't bounce their way, ends the run here. Still just 4 points away from taking set 1.
But even on Buffalo's side, they get the point, but they still can't get it over these blockers. That's still got to be very frustrating for them. Now serve barely clips over the net. Here's Casson, tip shot, nobody's home.
Great job there from Casson. The southpaw always brings the force on this close side to us, but this time just sees that opening gap, sends it over the blockers, and puts CMU just 3 points away.
5-point lead for CMU, 22-17. The first 3 sets were only decided by 2 points between these 2 teams yesterday. Can CMU get a larger lead here today? Trebahovska, big swing, able to get it past the blockers for the first time, what feels like forever. This time blocked by Buffalo. Thomas, tip shot blocked down by Trebahovska.
Yeah, and that one there, it seems like Grace Thomas just left her feet a tad bit too early. She hits that one as she's coming down. Buffalo able to get there.
Well, Treva Hoska looks like she was just floating up there for a while. She was also jumped a little bit too early, but somehow still got the hand on it and able to tip that down. There's a jump serve from her. That's a tough one to receive. Alina Anderson doing a good job off the block and down, though, by Grace Thomas.
And there's Grace Thomas, the freshman, her second kill today. You know they want to get her going, but you mentioned it. The impressive dig from Alina Anderson, able to keep that one alive and set up the point for the Chippewas.
Another timeout here as CMU holds a 5-point lead again, just 2 points away from taking set one, and they're continuing that hot stretch they had yesterday. And we talked about the blocks already, but here's just a good little melt showcasing the talented blockers that CMU has. It's hard to get over those 6'2", 6'3" bodies in Olin and in all the blockers, really. All of them standing 6 feet plus.
I mean, Thomas and Casson, they're all there. But even Natalia Raymond, she's got a couple blocks as well. It really does not matter who it is up front for CMU because they are rejecting all of these Bulls frontline players.
It has to be frustrating for those hitters. We've seen them as of the last couple of points able to get it through these hitters, getting around them. But throughout this set, the latter part of this set, it's been those blockers. They've just been frustrating the hitters of Buffalo.
Yeah, and this is a bit different than yesterday because we saw both teams battle it out back and forth towards the end of the set each time. A little bit different here. CMU holds a 5-point lead. Each team got to 20 points in all 4 sets yesterday, so we'll see if Buffalo can go on a run here to try to retake this first set. CMU just 2 points away.
We'll see if that timeout works for the Bulls. See if they have to push a couple of points here to make it a little more interesting, but unfortunately for them, they have to face Natalia Raymond's jump serve.
Yeah, that knuckleball, a tough one to defend here.
So here it comes. Nobody touches it. It goes out of bounds. It just never dropped. Oh, no, we do get a touch, actually. The up official calls it.
Yeah, I was going to say, Trebahovska and Cleedon, they come together, and it looked like it skidded maybe the jersey or arm of one of them. But we're going to get a second look at it.
So a quick challenge there from head coach Scott Smith, because everybody on the side of Buffalo is ready to celebrate. The call was out on this side, but the up official was the only one with the call of the tipped arms of Trebahovska. We'll have to take a look here.
So it would have been Cleedon. Trebahovska's clear of it there, but tough to tell.
It's awfully close to her arm. Kind of looks like she pulled away last minute, but...
And the call is CMU's point
correct
right now, which is very important because this would have to get overturned. And, you know, they each kind of made that face looking at each other afterwards, kind of like the...
Did you touch it?
Right, exactly, that sort of face. So we'll see what it's ruled here. Obviously, really crucial point because this puts CMU at set point. If not, Buffalo has a chance to get back in it.
Get another look here, and it looks like it goes right by the arms.
That one looks clear, yeah. I think that's the angle right there that shows that it was not touched. We'll see.
Well, because on that first look, it looked like it maybe hit off the forearm of the players. We get a little limbo action between the CMU bench.
There you go, Keelan Mill, clearing it. We're waiting still on this ruling. Second challenge already of this first set, so this shows how important it is for both of these teams. They want every point that they can get.
Get the call here, and doing a little dance. And point goes to Buffalo. They do overturn it.
So the challenges have not gone the Chippewas' way so far. Lucky for them, they still hold on to a 23-19 advantage here in this first set. See if they can respond off of the overturn challenge.
We'll see if Buffalo can kind of use that as a little momentum to kind of push to 23. 4 more straight points. Quick set. Thomas can't get it down. It's Forlan now off the blocks. Pinballs around, able to get it over. CMU has to reset their defense. Shaw off the block, it goes out. Point to Buffalo.
Really good recovery from CMU. A couple of nice digs, but that one just unfortunately goes a bit too far. That front line has still just been so good for Central.
Yeah, even with the points that Buffalo's gotten, it still feels like they're getting their kills off of blocks. It's staying on their side. As Schrock sends it over, nearly gets the kill. Good dig by Trebahovska. Forlan tip shot is blocked again. Back row attack. Good job by Raymond to send it up. Free ball over by Schrock. Buffalo looks to attack. Forlan. Raymond there. Set up, hits Schrock. Tip shot, can't get it down. One of the longer rallies we've seen here today. Good dig there from Gertiza. Tipped over, trying to catch him off guard, but Raymond was there. Grace Thomas, she can't end it either. Who wants this point more? Thomas. She can't get it again. Back row attack into the net. Listen to those fans. My goodness, you can tell they want this victory.
Yeah, this place exploded after that one. I got exhausted just watching the ball go over that many times there. What a rally from both sides, and it sets up CMU with the set point.
First set point of the match. Thomas gets the ace to end it.
Who other than the reigning MAC Offensive Player of the Week to cap off set one for CMU?
CMU takes set one, 25-20. Don't go anywhere. Set two coming up in just a moment.
It's Red Tag Savings Time at Penske Chevrolet. Get Red Tag holiday savings now on new Trax or Equinox. Your choice, $299. $299 a month at Penske Chevrolet. Drive new Trax or Equinox. Your choice. Red Tagged at only $299 a month. The Red Tags are back now at Penske Chevrolet.
Hey, little brother. No matter how hard I try,
John, are you eating anything?
There's no talking to you. Do you believe
My secret
in
recipe.
life after love?
Thank you.
What is sport?
It's more than training at dawn and drills after dark. It goes beyond the gym, through city streets, and on to the stage. Sport inspires, it entertains, and challenges. So ask yourself, is this sport? Yeah, even that. Sport is everywhere, for everyone. Sport is everything.
With ESPN Plus, catch live NFL games. Plus, let's go to the tape. NFL shows from some of the biggest names in the game and exclusive expert analysis. ESPN Plus equals more football. Stream now.
Central Michigan has been on a roll lately, and it seems to be that it all started last week, where their theme must have been sweeps, because that is just what they did. They swept all the MAC player awards last weekend, getting the setter, defensive, and offensive player awards, while also sweeping both Western Michigan and Northern Illinois. It really just goes to show how much depth there is on this team and how they can use that to their advantage when going through rotations. And if Central can pull off this win tonight, they will move into first place in the MAC standings.
Yeah, CMU, like you said, full of sweeps. It's not very often you see them take all three awards home on a weekend.
Yeah, but how could you not give it to him? I mean, Ali Korba has just been the orchestrator of this CMU offense. Grace Thomas was incredible against Western Michigan. Obviously a little quieter against NIU because she didn't need to be because of how great everyone else was. And then Hannah Langton, another freshman, just been so impressive for CMU on the defensive side all year. Good that she got her flowers with the Defensive Player of the Week as well.
Her second one that she's gotten so far this season. So, like you mentioned, just two freshmen winning there. So you know that CMU volleyball is going to be playing at a high level for a couple of years with those two on their side.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit in the first set, but Abby Lee, now the most sets played in Buffalo history, the sixth-year senior, the most experienced player in the Bulls' history now.
Yeah, just talks about the longevity that she's had throughout her career. Her and her sister both playing in a ton of sets for Buffalo. Obviously, they've played together for a long time as well, playing in high school as well, too. And also kind of a fun fact, too, Maria Feudy also played in high school with them as well.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit pregame, but Mandy Lee was 19 assists away from breaking the record for Buffalo in career assists. She's got 10 right now, so just 9 more to go.
So a couple of records bound to be broken here pretty soon. Also, Maria Feudy just 6 digs away from getting the 3rd all-time. Raymond swings away. Kind of a miss hit there from Olin. Has to force a free ball over by CMU. Set up to Arcucci, dunks it down for the first point.
A great job from Buffalo because CMU goes right back to Abby Olin to start this set because she was hot in the first one. They stop it and pick up the point.
And this is something that was kind of lingering over from yesterday. Head coach Mike Golick and the team really have been asking for those thrown balls by Buffalo, and they've been riding the officials on that all these last 2 days. There's a big swing there from Abby Lee.
Yeah, tough spot there. The dig goes a little bit too far from Central, gets over on Buffalo's side, and they're up to a quick 2-0 start here.
It's kind of a miss hit there, and Abby Lee's going to finish that off. She's one of the more efficient players in the MAC, second in the MAC in hitting percentage. Here's Raymond. Big swing, but a good dig there from Forlin. Trebahaska trying to get the answer, and she does.
Great response from Buffalo after losing the first set. They're off to a quick 3-0 start. That's the biggest lead they've had anytime so far today.
Yeah, CMU has to try to calm down kind of that high-level first set. The end of it, they were just riding a big momentum, but Buffalo, like you said, to their credit, doing a good job of finding the answer. Here's Olin, can't get it down. Quick set, blocked by Olin. Arcucci, or excuse me, Trebahaska. Point ends up getting down, and point belongs to Buffalo once again.
One of the few times that the CMU blockers have miscued. They just set up a little bit too far away from the net. It sneaks in underneath them. 4-0 to start this second set for Buffalo.
Yeah, you saw Olin kind of twisting her body at the end there, got there late, and ball just didn't go quite the right direction. Cross shot there from Raymond, can't get it down. Trebahaska again. Corba sets it up to Casson. Tip shot. Buffalo doing a good job defensively. Blocked down, but able to keep it up. Trebahaska again goes long. First point to CMU after 4 straight from Buffalo.
And that's all you needed. CMU knows they're capable of going on a run. You just got to see that first point get up, stop the run. This one goes a bit too far, not touched by the Chippewas, and they're on the board.
I feel like Trebahaska got about 4 or 5 attacks there. Probably just had tired legs after that. CMU sets up the offense. Corba, quick set to Thomas. Just a little bit too wide there.
CMU looking for the tip. They're not going to get it, so Buffalo gets the point right back after CMU stopped their initial run.
So again, credit Buffalo. Kind of, after losing 3 straight sets, now 4 total sets in a row to CMU, they're able to finally kind of settle themselves down, score a couple points straight, 4 straight points, able to get the answer. See if they can continue a little hot start. Here's the offense. Blocked down by Raymond.
Natalia Raymond gives her the stare down after that one. Not in my house. Another block for Natalia.
The 7th block for CMU. The 2nd solo block for Natalia Raymond. Here's Gertiza back to serve knuckleball. Might have been a little bit long, but they play it. Trebahaska, big swing, good dig from Langton. Raymond gets another point.
Natalia Raymond getting it done on both sides for CMU. Just finds that opening gap. Nobody's on this close side on the Buffalo defense. Raymond stares like she's going opposite way. Next thing you know, it lands in the Buffalo corner.
A near ace, good effort from Buffalo to get it over. Here's Corbett to set it up. Thomas, tip shot. Good diving effort there from Feudy. Trebahaska again off the block. Now it's Corbett to set it up. Raymond again. Can't get enough on that one.
Yeah, that one just misplaces on Raymond's hands. Maybe she took her eyes off of it, but unfortunate error there ends the run. But this Buffalo defense has been quite impressive so far to open up the second set. As you mentioned, they've done a really good job of stopping these CMU frontline attackers.
The jump serve of Trebahaska goes into the net. That's something we've seen a lot, those errors from Buffalo.
And, you know, we talked about how high she gets on her serves. It almost seemed like that time she didn't really have much of a jump there. And maybe that was the result of it ending up in the net. Usually she puts a lot of pressure on the defense with that high jumping serve.
And here's a jumping serve, kind of a softer serve from Natalia Raymond than we normally see. Free ball over by Forlin. Korba, quick set. Thomas dunks it down.
Thomas just has such good IQ for a freshman. You almost see her change her hitting style in midair here. Looks like she's going to bring the force and then just taps it over. What a great play from the freshman.
Yeah, kind of caught the libero there in Feudy on the back of her heels. She was anticipating the aggressive swing like that. Gets it down, Forlin, good one.
Whew, look out there. That one had some heat on it.
So Buffalo now up by just 2. CMU got themselves back into it, and that's kind of what we saw yesterday too. One of the two teams will get on a little bit of a run to start things off, but the errors, they pile up sometimes and brings back the other team right back into it.
Yeah, that is now the 7th service error for Buffalo to start this one. They had 5 in the first set, 2 here to start this second set. We're still really early.
Grace Thomas clips the net, gets over though this time. And a great heads-up play there from Mandy Lee to get the point.
Yeah, and Mandy Lee, we see her use her size to her advantage. That 6-foot setter, obviously a bit taller than some of the other setters we see in the Mid-American Conference, makes it a lot easier for her to send it over the net with that trick shot.
Yeah, for a setter, you don't normally see a bunch of kill totals for her, but she averages a little over 1.3 kills per set. And there's another person who averages a lot of kills per set, Abby Olin, back at it again.
You never know what CMU attacker is going to be leading in kills on the day. That's what makes them so dangerous. They have many different options up front, and right now it's Abby Olin with 5 kills.
And then a service error is the answer in return. Haven't seen a lot of those so far from CMU, but trying to trickle up here a little bit, up to 4 service errors for them.
But if you're CMU, you're comfortable doing that because Buffalo is doubling those service errors, so you might as well be aggressive with your serves.
Here's Forlin, and it returns with a service error on the other side.
And that's been Buffalo's killer so far, allowing way too many freebie points for CMU. Now Alina Anderson will get a shot here. Let's see if we can get one over the net.
We did have a moment like this yesterday as well. We kind of traded a couple service aces and service errors back and forth. This time it's a kill from Arcucci.
Unfortunate bounce for CMU there, but Arcucci quietly racking up the kills here. That's her 6 so far today.
Had a quieter game yesterday. Had a couple of timely kills though, did Arcucci, and today a little more of a focal point. Kind of a miss hit there from Alina Anderson. Cast in there to able to track it down. Here's the Buffalo offense. Quick set and down. They say out though, so point to CMU.
Fortunate break there for CMU because their defense wasn't quite back set up there after Caston had to go out of play to keep it alive. Missed opportunity for Buffalo to find that opening.
Now the sisters trying to connect there, Abby and Mandy, and that time that connection was no good. Here's Arcucci again. Anderson doing a good job getting that up. Caston, the lefty, is blocked back. Point Buffalo.
After the CMU block party back in the first set, Buffalo returning some of the favor here. The defense has been impressive so far for the Bulls in this second set.
Yeah, Buffalo up to now 4 blocks as well, so they're not doing too bad themselves in the block category. Here's Clyden back to serve. Raymond tightly on the net. One-handed set. Good effort there. CMU resets here. Now it's Casson. Big swing. It's going to find its way into the cheering fans. Point to CMU.
A souvenir for the Central fans there. That one ends up about 6 rows up because of the force that Christina Casson puts on this one. Look out.
Credit Forlin for getting in the way of that, getting at least a couple hands on there. Unfortunately, it just goes way too far. Oh my goodness, what an effort. The kick shot gets it over. Here's Raymond. Another great effort this time, but now they run into each other. Alina Anderson trying to get out of the way, and she's kind of hurt a little bit after that.
I cannot believe what I just saw from Kira Cleeden. Bringing out the foot, punting it over the net. to keep it alive, and they get the point as well. That was impressive.
Is volleyball or is this soccer?
Little mix of both.
But Anderson looks to be all right as well. Kind of a scary collision there. Just kind of twisting when she hit that and then got ran into by Hannah Langton trying to track it down. Here's Thomas, kind of an awkward shot. Here comes Buffalo. Lee can't get it down. Here's Korba to Raymond, tip shot. Knocked around, and Lee again. Korba sets up Raymond again. Can't get it down this time either. Korba goes to Thomas. She doesn't have the answer either. A long rally again. Raymond, not this time either. To Thomas. She goes long.
Man, that Buffalo defense is just stepping up in the second set. Several blocks there against the CMU frontline hitters. Gives them the point.
A quick timeout here from Coach Golick as now Buffalo holds that 3-point lead, 13-10, and you mentioned it. The defense has been in full effect here for Buffalo to this point.
And, you know, I hate to go back to it, but I'm going right back to that kick play from Mandy Lee. I wonder how often you think about doing that.
We'll have to see what we have.
It's Red Tag Savings Time at Penske Chevrolet. Get Red Tag holiday savings now on new Trax or Equinox. Your choice, $299. $299 a month at Penske Chevrolet. Drive new Trax or Equinox. Your choice. Red Tagged at only $299 a month. The Red Tags are back now at Penske Chevrolet.
What is sport? It's more than fast footwork and pushing through pain. Goes beyond the gym, through city streets, onto the stage. Ask yourself, is this sport? Yeah, even that. Sport is everything.
Welcome back again here, and Buffalo have been playing pretty good here so far, and a lot of that has been some of their international players. Luli Arcucci, Katrine Trebahowska, and Manuela Forlan. I've seen a lot of them. Haven't seen a lot of road ball, but coming from all over the place.
Yeah, it's really cool to get the different love from different countries overseas involved. You kind of see that different style of play from some of these players, especially Trebahowska. I mean, you watch the volleyball in the Olympics, they're playing at this high jump and high pace type of style. She for sure brings that to the table.
And she just got an ace right there, brings a 4-point lead for her Bulls now, and she's been all over the place. She gets all sorts of double-doubles. We mentioned 10 double-doubles, her 10th one coming yesterday after the service ace. A service error for her, though.
I hate to keep bringing it up, but the service aces are really racking up for Buffalo. But you almost take them with Trebahowska with the way that she really puts the pressure on the defense when it does get over. Almost seems like you're cool with it if she has those every once in a while.
Because you get that kind of that trade-off. You get a couple points, and then you lose one. And there's another ace, this time on the side for Natalia Raymond.
Yeah, we're talking about a good server on the Buffalo side. Natalia Raymond said, wait a minute, I need my love here because I do just as good. She picks up the ace.
Yeah, leads the way for the CMU team with aces. Had a couple yesterday. There's another one and a catch by Kyle.
Woo! First one of the day, baby.
But Natalia Raymond, that's what we talked about kind of with Trebahowska. They have that similar service style. It rewards you with a couple of points, but sometimes you get those service aces and they kind of cancel each other out. This time it's been rewarded with a couple of points. Lee to Langton. Set up to Schrock, who just checked back in. It's Thomas off the block and down. Manuel Forlan and Lee.
Great job from Buffalo to end the CMU run. A couple of aces from Raymond get stopped by those defenders up front for the Bulls.
So Buffalo's been able to kind of hold this 2 to 3 point lead throughout this set. Up 15 to 13 and then an ace for Lee.
Yeah, tough spot there for Raymond. It almost seemed like she couldn't decide if she wanted to take that one or not. Ends up going for it, but a little bit too late of a commit there. Still just a 3-point lead for Buffalo though, even though it really feels like they've controlled this second set.
It really has felt that way, but credit CMU and Schrock to get it back to 2.
We talk about all these different frontline players for CMU that bring the force. No one hits it with the hammer like Lauren Schrock. I mean, look out when she gets above the net and sends it down. They didn't even try to defend that one.
Yeah, you know she's going to swing away almost any time she gets. She's always swinging aggressively. Battle at the net, Schrock blocks it back. Off the block again that time. Here's Schrock to send it down. Another aggressive swing. Isn't rewarded with the kill this time, though. Here comes the CMU offense. It's Schrock again. Big swing, can't get it down. Asking for a lift, but they don't get it. Set up this time middle. It's Olin has to just tip it over. Here's Buffalo. Forlin, big swing, good dig from Raymond. Schrock, she gets the answer.
And Lauren Schrock delivers the stare down of the century after that one. CMU is getting frustrated with the officials. They're still able to come out with the point there. Just down by 1 now.
Yeah, that frustration goes right into the swing there of Lauren Schrock. She's able to trim that lead to just 1. Last minute decision there to get out of the way is a good one. Brings it back to a 2-point lead for Buffalo.
Yeah, that looked a little sketchy there from Kira Cleanan. She almost falls over, avoiding that one, but a good decision, as you mentioned, stops the central run.
Mandy Lee back to serve. She's just 4 set assists away from becoming the all-time assist leader for Buffalo, but CMU gets that point.
Lauren Schrock getting hot here in this second set. We talked about the force that she brings. This time just taps it over, toying with these frontline defenders of Buffalo.
So Schrock's been the hot hand here the last couple of points for CMU. We'll see if they keep going to her. Corba sends it over. Lee to Forlin, gets it down.
We're starting to get back into that back and forth territory. We saw a couple runs from each team going on 2 to 3 point swings. Now we're in a back and forth action. Buffalo hanging on to this 2-point lead.
So Forlin just got the point, now back to serve. Kind of not exactly where you wanted to go, but here's Schrock with the swing, and she sends it down again. Lauren Schrock bringing the boom.
Lauren Schrock is carrying for CMU here in this second set, dominating on this close side. Nothing the Buffalo defense can do.
We mentioned it, she swings aggressively any chance she gets, and she's been rewarded with a couple of kills and then an ace for Alina Anderson. CMU on a run.
And Anderson deserves to be rewarded with the ace because she has had several big-time serves in this one. Finally picks up that ace, and it's forcing Buffalo to call a timeout as we're tied back up here.
We mentioned it, Buffalo's held about a 3-point lead or so, but now CMU able to tie it up for the first time since it was 0-0 in the second set.
And for Buffalo, you really have to come out of this timeout and try to regain that lead. You held a pretty comfortable lead throughout most of the beginning of this set. CMU has inched their way back throughout the middle part, and now CMU has all the momentum.
We mentioned how good of a little rally it's been for Lauren Schrock, but again, just the aggressive swings. She's been getting it done for CMU. That time in a little tip shot. That's a rare one from Lauren Schrock.
And the celebrations from Lauren Schrock are the best. She is really letting the Buffalo defense know that she is getting it done.
Yeah, you always like to see what kind of celebration she's going to have after she gets the kill. She always brings a ton of energy, just has all sorts of momentum after she gets any kill.
So if you're Buffalo here, you've had a good amount of errors. You've done a good job defensively in this second set. You can't allow CMU to bring the pressure here on this first set. You've got to set up your offense to retake the lead.
We'll see if Buffalo's, their timeout, will be able to kind of have some sort of answer to get it on a run of their own, but first they have to face an aggressive serve of Alina Anderson, fresh off an ace. Here it comes, knuckleball. Feud able to handle it this time. Trebahaska. Langton sets up to Raymond. Cross-court shot, no good. Here's Trebahaska off the block, right back on the side of CMU. Here's Trebahaska again, blocked again. Quick set, Shaw able to get the kill.
Good recovery from Buffalo because Abby Olin and Christina Casson are just teaming up over there. Looking like Akeem Olajuwon and Ralph Sampson over there. Just blocking everything, the two tall front setters, but Buffalo still gets the point.
Yeah, CMU, just the twin towers there between Olin and Casson. Just a tough crew to get it over. And another service error by Buffalo. It really's been their Achilles heel throughout these last two matches between these two teams. Just been racking those up. Langton, knuckleball, tough one to handle. Trebahoska swinging away, gets it down.
Man, it's just so impressive from Trebahovska because she sets up so far away from the net. She's behind the white line here and just leaps over the net and sends it over. Buffalo now wins the race to 20 here in the second set.
Looked like CMU was going to win that race after getting on a little bit of a run, but credit Buffalo. First 1 to 20. Set up, Casson blocked down, good recovery. Casson able to get it back over. Quick set, Langton's there though. Casson swings away. Miscommunication, point to CMU, we're tied again.
Great job from the CMU defense because after that scuffle at the net, they set their defense back up. Casson finds the corner. Another miscommunication for Buffalo results in the knot up at 20.
Yeah, Casson didn't do anything special with that swing, just found the right spot, and those are kind of tough to negotiate who's going to go after that in that little split time you have. Good scramble drill there from CMU, able to get it over. Here comes Buffalo's offense. Heads up play there from Mandy Lee, caught them sleeping.
Man, Alina Anderson really getting her steps in here on this one. Flying all over the court, trying to get to that one, just a bit out of her reach. Still going back and forth here. Buffalo, the 1-point lead.
We saw Buffalo take the first set and then win 3 straight. CMU wins the first set here today. Buffalo looking to close out set 2. Thomas swings away. Trebahoska there. Quick set and down. Buffalo up 2.
Yeah, it's exactly you want to get going for Buffalo. Abby Lee, third in the MAC in hit percentage coming into today. She's incredibly efficient. And the 2-point lead here this late in the second set feels like a ton.
Trebahoska back to serve. That jump serve knuckleball goes long again. That's back-to-back service errors for Trebahoska when she gets to the line.
And now if you're CMU, you have exactly who you want back there. Natalia Raymond set to send it away. Already doing such a great job today with 2 aces.
See if she can get number 3 and tie things up again. Here comes that jump serve from her. Light one right at Trebahoska, goes over. Thomas hits it, but Buffalo able to recover. Forlin dug up. Tipped over, good effort off the net. Buffalo able to recover though. Korba sets up to Schrock. Been the hot hand, but can't get it down that time. Forlin blocked down by CMU.
The resiliency from the Chippewas. Buffalo kept this ball alive after several different tries, but CMU just dominant defensively at the net so far.
We'll see if CMU can take the lead here late in set 2 after trailing pretty much the whole set, and they take the lead. Natalia Raymond, ace number 3.
Natalia has just been phenomenal everywhere for CMU, finds that opening in the defense. 3 straight points for the Chippewas. Now just 2 away here from taking set 2.
It really looked like Buffalo was going to take this one early on, and even up to 20 points. The first one to 20, we kind of mentioned how important that number has been. But credit CMU, they've been able to just kind of stay with it, able to take the lead here late. Now just 2 points away from taking a 2-0 victory, or 2-0 lead, I should say.
Yeah, and it's just great resiliency from CMU because they've been a bit frustrated with some of the calls so far today, but they're using that to their advantage, picking up points.
We talked about how important this weekend is for both of these teams. You look at how close the Mid-American Conference is. CMU, Bowling Green, Toledo, Buffalo, even Ohio now up with 8+ wins. It's a really tight race here up at the top.
Yeah, and CMU holds the tiebreaker over Bowling Green. So the Falcons, they're taking on Kent State today. So even if Bowling Green picks up a win, all CMU has to do is win today, and they'll leave the weekend in first place in the MAC.
This definitely has the implications for seeding as well, and a lot of tiebreakers go a lot of different ways. So if Buffalo wins, it becomes a little awkward. It's a lot more to work through if Buffalo is able to win, but CMU looking to be in pretty good shape here to take, like I said, that 2-0 lead here in the set. We'll see if Raymond can finish it off. Has 3 aces. See if he can get number 4. we're ready to play. Raymond's jump serve. Right at Forlin again, tight on the net, one-handed set. Here's Schrock swinging away, tipped over. Quick set, Lee gets it down. We're tied once again at 23 this time.
Man, we are in for a good finish to this one. A good job from Buffalo to come out of that timeout and pick up the point to tie it back up.
Wouldn't be surprised if we get a little extra volleyball here in set two. We got that in the second set yesterday as well. Lee into the net again. The 11th service error for Buffalo.
Really has just been the downfall for Buffalo so far throughout these first two sets, because they have kept it tight despite all of those errors, but now it's set point for Central.
Looking to close it off, get that 2-0 lead. Forlin sends it out. CMU now leads 2-0, looking to get the sweep on Buffalo and take solo lead of first place in the MAC. Don't go anywhere, set three coming up in just a moment.
It's Red Tag savings time at Penske Chevrolet. Get Red Tag holiday savings now on new Trax or Equinox. Your choice, $299. $299 a month at Penske Chevrolet. Drive new Trax or Equinox. Your choice. Red Tagged at only $299 a month. The Red Tags are back now at Penske Chevrolet.
What is sport? It's more than training at dawn and drills after dark. It goes beyond the gym, through city streets, and on to the stage. Sport inspires, it entertains, and challenges. So ask yourself, is this sport? Yeah, even that. Sport is everywhere, for everyone. Sport is everything.
Listen up, hockey fans. NHL on ESPN Plus is back. The hardest hits, the dangles, and of course, the sellies.
You gotta be kidding me! It's not real!
Enjoy every second of 1,000+ out-of-market games, exclusive matchups, marquee NHL events, and so much more. That's hockey on ESPN Plus.
It's not every day you see high school teammates bring their chemistry all the way to the college level, but Buffalo did just that. You can see it in Abby and Mandy Lee, who are sisters, and their high school teammate, Maria Fuzzi, have been playing together since 2017 and have been a powerhouse ever since. The trio won 2 state titles in high school, and since they have been at Buffalo, have helped the team reach its best 3-year stretch in program history with a winning percentage over .500. Together, these three can really do it all. And also, Mandy Lee has just broken Buffalo's assist record in their program history. Right after this, we'll be back.
It's Red Tag savings time at Penske Chevrolet. Get Red Tag holiday savings now on new Trax or Equinox. Your choice, $299. $299 a month at Penske Chevrolet. Drive new Trax or Equinox. Your choice. Red Tagged at only $299 a month. The Red Tags are back now at Penske Chevrolet.
What is sport? is more than fast footwork, and pushing through pain goes beyond the gym. Through city streets onto the stage. Ask yourself, is this sport? Yeah, even that. Sport is everything.
The time has come. Two larger-than-life legends collide.
Sean Jones is back, the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world.
Stipe is the most successful heavyweight of all time.
History will be made.
This is MMA at the highest level.
And the world will be watching. One fight for all time.
Oh, Madison Square, catch me at the fight.
This season, ESPN Plus has hundreds of games across 20 conferences. That's more action, more touchdowns, more college football.
Yeah, that's how I get by.
Streaming now.
Welcome back. Set 3 about to be underway, but it's just really been close action between these two teams yesterday and today. We just take a look at yesterday's action. We mentioned how tight those first 3 sets, but where we look at the games from Katrine Trebahovska, from Ali Korba, and Grace Thomas.
Yeah, and it's now 5 straight sets won by Central Michigan after Buffalo taking the first one yesterday. It's been all CMU, despite how close it's been, and that's got to be frustrating for Buffalo because they're playing well. They improved a ton in that second set today, but still were unable to pull it out, and now they're faced with a 2-0 deficit heading into this third set.
Say stats-wise and everything, they're just super similar, even today as well. The hitting percentage, CMU leads by, I'm bad at math, but the third decimal point by .006, 209 to 203. And Diggs as well, just a two difference. Service aces as well. Really the only difference is the errors by Buffalo.
Yeah, absolutely. That's been the difference so far. 12 service errors compared to CMU's 4.
So set 3 underway. See if CMU can get the brooms out once again. Forlin gets blocked down. Right back where they started, a block party again.
Abby Olin and Christina Casson, man, it is just so tough to get it over them. They are a dynamic duo up front defensively.
Set up now far side, Arcucci. Go quickly there to Olin, somehow gets it down with the lefty.
Look at that for CMU. Hannah Langton dives on the ground, keeps it alive, and maybe a little bit of luck on Abby Olin's side, but they'll obviously take it.
Point's a point. Forlin looking for her, the first point for the Bulls, can't get it. Tipped over, Korba there. Set up near side, it's Casson, she's blocked. Couple quick hits and it finds the way to the ground, so Buffalo gets their first point.
We'll really see here if Buffalo is able to set up their offense, avoiding the blockers from CMU. It's a difficult task right now, but luckily they pick up the block there.
So Feudy back to serve. Libero takes her time, now sends it over. Anderson able to get a good ball there to Korba. Raymond, a big swing, but a good dig there from Feudy. Right spot there for Abby Lee, right in the corner.
Yeah, Abby Lee just precision there, finds that back corner. A good job from Buffalo, ending the quick run to start this one for CMU. We're all tied up.
In the break window there, Victoria Chesson mentioned it. Mandy Lee now the all-time assist leader in Buffalo program history. Set up Forlin. Go far side to Raymond off the block. Both sides been able to block pretty well here as of late. Casson gets around the block and finds the perfect spot to get the kill.
Christina Casson painting the corner there, finding that backside spot, giving CMU the lead.
Just precision play there from Casson, and not so precise there that time on the serve. Sends it in the net.
Yeah, and you mentioned it previously, but a special night for the Lee family with Mandy and Abby both breaking records. Mandy obviously with the assist record, Abby with the sets played record. So they've had a ton of history making all MAC first teams, but tonight a special one for them.
Yeah, always, when you can remember you break a record, it's always a special night. Obviously, it'd be a little bit better in a win. They have to win 3 straight sets, though, for that to happen. Here comes the offense. Raymond can't get it around the block. goes down. Buffalo now leads 4-3.
Yeah, we're talking about the Lee sisters there. Look at them. They're teaming up on that far side with several different blocks there. Finally, they get one to trickle down on the CMU side.
Now, it kind of looked like a little bit of a miss hit there from Raymond. Maybe mistimed her jump a little bit because it just wasn't enough power on that one. Quick set, Thomas nearly gets it down. Back row attack, gets the kill for Trebahaska.
After a 2-0 start for CMU, Buffalo has rattled off 5 of the last 6 points here, taking control at the beginning of this third set.
And Trebahaska, the only player on either side with double-digit kills. That was her 11th. Also approaching her 11th now double-double, has 9 digs as well. Casson off the block. Forlin, ooh, that doesn't look good. It immediately grabs her ankle. She rolls on the side, so it's going to be a point to CMU. But in a lot of pain is Forlin. You can see her there just roll up on the ankle. Unfortunate, a big player for Buffalo. You don't want to see that with one of your star players. We're going to go to a break here real quick as Manuel Forlin gets some medical attention.
It's Red Tag savings time at Penske Chevrolet. Get Red Tag holiday savings now on new tracks or Equinox. Your choice, $299. $299 a month at Penske Chevrolet. Drive new tracks or Equinox. Your choice. Red Tagged at only $299 a month. The Red Tags are back now at Penske Chevrolet.
There is no life I know to compare with your imagination. Take a look and you see into your imagination.
Welcome you back here into McGurk Arena, and again, just an unfortunate situation there for Buffalo. Manuel Forlin maybe got caught up at the net there. I didn't exactly see what happened, but once she came down after that block attempt, immediately grabbed for the ankle.
Yeah, glad to see her get helped up off the floor. A nice round of applause here from McGurk Arena. We have a little bit of conversation going on with the officials because, you know, unfortunately, we still have volleyball to play, and they're just trying to figure out how that one is ruled because the play is blown dead right in the middle of it here, but possession will remain on Buffalo's side.
So I think we're just replaying that last point there. Just obviously, like we mentioned, just unfortunate. Got kind of rolled up there on the ankle. Buffalo leads 5-3 though in set 3. Casson makes it 5-4 though.
Yeah, it's exactly what you want for CMU. This gym went quiet there during the injury timeout. Got to get the crowd going again, and Casson does exactly that.
Yeah, you mentioned that the crowd just went absolutely silent, so they've been loud all afternoon, so you kind of have to do something pretty quickly to get them back into it, and they were able to do just so. Gertiza sends it over. CMU looking to tie it back up. Lee, though, says no way.
Tough spot there for CMU. That one came in pretty hot. The dig just goes a bit too far. Buffalo holds on to the 2-point lead.
So for Buffalo on their side, though, you lose one of your better players in Forlin, who's having herself a nice little game, and just kind of got to question where you go to after that. Raymond blocked down. That's Mandy Lee. The setter gets the block that time.
Yeah, we talked about it. Mandy Lee brings some size at that setter spot at 6 foot. She still has a good amount of blocks on the year, 36 coming into today. Got a little help from the net there, but either way, still picking up the block.
First time we've seen Emma Converse here in this series, and then an ace for her as well. So nice little spark plug is Emma Converse.
Yeah, you mentioned it. We didn't see her at all yesterday. Checks right in and picks up an ace. Doubling up the points now is Buffalo here, leading 8-4.
Converse taking her time here this time. Fresh off the ace, what she has in response. Anderson able to handle that one a little bit cleaner this time. Raymond has to do a tip shot over. Same for Trebahaska on this side. Thomas, tip shot, beauty there. Trebahaska swings away, sends it down. Buffalo on a run, 9-4 now in set 3.
And it seems like the CMU offense is having a bit more trouble getting set up here in this third set, and it's allowing the defense of Buffalo to set their offense up well. And Coach Golick is going to take a timeout here to talk that over.
Yeah, one of the bigger leads we've seen from Buffalo.
It's Red Tag Savings Time at Penske Chevrolet. Get Red Tag holiday savings now on new tracks or Equinox. Your choice, $299. $299 a month at Penske Chevrolet. Drive new tracks or Equinox. Your choice. Red Tagged at only $299 a month. The Red Tags are back now at Penske Chevrolet.
There is no life I know to compare with your imagination. Take a look, can you see into your imagination?
Back to action there, Converse. A trend we've seen for a while here for Buffalo, service error. We're actually going to get a reserve here. I think we had a late substitution, perhaps?
Yeah, either that or maybe she went early and we weren't ready to get back into play, but Converse gets away with one here.
So no service error. She's going to resend it over. And she does get it over this time, so some action. Just barely missing the line there. Unfortunate there for CMU. They looked like they were going to have a point there with the service error, but instead they get the error to themselves. Another point to Buffalo. 10-4. Converse clips it over the net this time. A heads-up play there, one of the most satisfying plays there from the setter and Ali Korba.
And that's exactly what CMU needed here. Ali Korba, the orchestrator of their offense, has to get them going here. Picks up the sneak attack point. Trying to get it going here in this third set.
Trying to spark her teammates here as they're down by 5. We'll see if that gets them going here a little bit. Trebahaska, big swing off the hands of Raymond into the 5th row.
Whew. Natalia Raymond here, not even trying to keep that one alive, just keeping that away from hitting her in the face. I mean, oh my goodness, that one is coming in hot.
Yeah, Trebahaska's had a couple of those. Again, she's leading the way on both sides with 13 kills. Been getting it done both today and yesterday. Tip shot is good there from Schrock.
We'll see if this can allow CMU to try to get some momentum offensively. The power attack in this third set really hasn't been the play, so Schrock goes to the push shot there to drop it down.
I'm kind of throwing them off. We talk about how aggressively Schrock normally swings. That time, the finesse move gets him. Shaw with the swing around. Can't get it down. Owen, quick set. Buffalo able to recover. Trebahaska kind of off her normal steps there. This time, she sends it off the block, I believe. They do say it was tipped at the net, so point to Buffalo.
Yeah, CMU disagreed with that one right away, but Trebahovska knew it all along. Look at it here. Yeah, it looks like it just clips Korba there. So Buffalo gets the point.
Buffalo, again, up by 4 now, 11-7. Got to anticipate that CMU run, though. They've been able to do that throughout the first 2 sets. That time, it's tipped off the block. Schrock gets the kill.
Lauren Schrock has been the unsung hero so far today for Central Michigan. Her 8th kill so far, over a 400 hitting percentage as well.
Yeah, didn't play a lot in that first set, but kind of came on strong there in set 2 and now leads all Chippewas with those 8 kills. Tight on the net, dunked down. Schrock almost got her 9th right there. Langton will go to Casson this time. Can't get enough power on it, so point to Buffalo.
Yeah, it looked like Casson there tried to hit it off the palm, but it just catches the wrong part of her hand. Comes off a little bit soft. Buffalo now with the 6-point advantage.
And so for Buffalo, like you mentioned earlier, now 5 straight wins for CMU in sets. Buffalo trying to get their first one in. If you get a serve like that from Trebahaska, they're going to get a couple points in a row.
I mean, what are you supposed to do as a defense? Look at how high she gets off of the serve and just able to place, it's like she freezes in midair and is able to place that volleyball wherever she wants it.
I mean, I know I wouldn't want to get in the way of that serve. Langton able to do it that time. Again, just an incredible serve, though, from Trebahaska. Arcucci sends it down. Buffalo up 8 now, 15-7. CMU in desperate need of a run, so a timeout is called by head coach Mike Golick. And what do you think is going on in that huddle there for Golick?
Well, I mentioned a bit earlier in this third set, but it just really feels like the CMU offense is having a bit trouble getting set up here so far. Obviously, Buffalo has been very aggressive. They've limited the service errors, which has been their Achilles heel throughout the first 2 sets. But offensively, CMU just not on the same page so far in this third set, which is rare to see from an offense that has just been so great, especially the last several games.
On the side of Buffalo, it kind of seems like, obviously, Trebahaska is the focal point for them. But as of late, she's kind of regained her legs. In set 2, she kind of looked a little tired, but the last couple of sets, she's had a couple of kills in a row as well, too. You got to imagine they're going to keep going to her.
Yeah, and you know that Coach Golick in this huddle right now is just telling his girls, we just got to calm down. He really does a good job of keeping all of the players in the same mindset, keeping that confidence in them. He's fine if they're picking up errors. He wants them to keep that aggressive and risk-taking style. But obviously, on the Buffalo side, Coach Scott Smith has drawn up the right game plan in this third set for Buffalo to get off to a really dominant lead so far.
But again, we kind of saw this yesterday. CMU got out to about a 7-1 lead, and I believe it was in the third set. Buffalo was able to make a run of themselves. Buffalo also had a set where they were up 5-2 early on. CMU able to get back into it. See if CMU has the answer here in set 3. First, they have to defend against that, and that's tough, but Langton able to do it. Schrock goes a little bit too long.
Tough play there for CMU. It was set up well for Schrock. It just goes a bit too far. But watch how high Trebahaska throws this ball in the air here. Reminds me, I'm out in the yard throwing the baseball up and swinging the bat to myself. I mean, she launches this thing in the air.
And comes off with about that same speed as well. And fortunate for CMU, it goes just a touch too long. I don't think Langton wanted to get in the way of that one.
Here's your chance for Central Michigan to get back in this one. Alina Anderson has been excellent behind the service line so far today. You trail by 8 points in this third set. Just got to slowly pick away at it.
And gets the ace. That's what you need. Bring some momentum in your way. They watch it and unfortunately clips the line.
Number 9 gets CMU to 9. Crowd going here.
7-point deficit though here still for CMU. Looking to trim it into it some more, but they can't because Shaw tips it down.
And it looks like Shaw there did that one by accident. They all start laughing after that one comes down. She still got the smile on her face. I think she wanted to go to the hammer there. Ends up just barely tipping it and picks up the kill.
Yeah, just got it barely off the fingertips. Kind of mistimed her jump a little bit, but they'll take the points though. Corba trying to get a point for CMU. Can't though. Lee to Converse. Looks like she's the new body in for Forlin. There's Olin getting it down. CMU to 10.
Yeah, and if you're CMU, that's probably who you want to go to try to get back into it in this third set. Olin dominated in the first set. She's now up to 8 kills here with a 667 hit percentage. So she's still been phenomenal. You know they're going to try to get her more opportunities here in this third set.
Yeah, it was pretty quiet in that second set. We'll have to see if they get her going. But first, it's Buffalo getting Arcucci going.
And Arcucci has been really good on the Buffalo side as well. That's her 9th kill, approaching double digits with that 353 hitting percentage.
Buffalo just really has been dominant. We kind of talked how they looked pretty dominant in that second set up until the very end. But they've been dominant throughout this third set, up by 8. Another block by the Bulls. Seem to be able to recover, but then Casson sends it home.
Yeah, you give Christina Casson 2 opportunities. She is going to make you pay. They block the first one, go right back to her, and she makes it count on the second try.
Casson now trying to tie up her teammates as well, has 7 kills. Schrock and Olin leading the way with 8. Gertiza sends it over. Set up by Lee to Converse. Little push shot. Tipped over. 3 people dive for it and nobody else is behind them. Good effort there from Buffalo, but Nobody else was there.
Triple pancake there from Buffalo. It's just unfortunate where the ball ends up going here. Look at this effort here, though. 3 diving bodies keeping that one alive. But a nice play from Corba.
And Corba's done 2 of those now, and both have worked out for her. Again, trying to spark her Chippewas. And there's a spark, a solo block by Raymond again.
Man, Natalia Raymond just gets up above that net, blocks it down. It's 3 straight points for CMU. They're starting to get that momentum back here, trailing by just 5.
I told you that CMU run was coming at some point. It's starting to push here a little bit. Now just down 5, like you mentioned. We'll see if they can make it 4. Converse says we're going to make it 6 instead.
And a good job from Converse, right? It's a tough spot to be on this weekend trip. Don't play it all in the first 4 sets of night 1. The first 2 sets doesn't get in. Down 2-0, you get your first opportunity. She picks up the kill.
Got a little mini timeout here. Raymond trying to get to that dig. Kind of scrapes her elbow there a little bit. A little blood timeout.
And they're checking the ball to make sure that there's no evidence left over. We're good. McGurgarina getting back cheering again.
And so Raymond just quickly gets wrapped up there on the elbow. Puts the sleeve on as well. A little quick conversation from the Chippewas. They're ready to break. They're ready to play.
They'll take the little mini timeout.
Kind of resets them a little bit as well. But Converse kind of has been the player that replaced Forlan after she went down with that ankle injury. Here's CMU on the attack. Raymond sends it a little too long.
So Buffalo reaches 20 here in this 3rd set, and it's the biggest lead that either team has had once reaching 20. CMU just got to try to get back into this one here, but it's a tough spot to do, down 7.
Yeah, CMU was really looking for that sweep, kind of looking like it might not happen here. Buffalo has just been playing so well in set 3, and those airs as well been racking up a little bit for CMU.
The Lee sisters once again partnering up there along that far side, showing their presence, but just comes off of the fingers of Raymond awkwardly and doesn't get over the net.
And Raymond will check out after that as well, but Converse, she's been at the service line only twice, but I feel like she's been serving what feels like forever on both opportunities that she's had.
Got a stoppage of play here. I think we have something on the floor that needs to potentially get cleaned up. We'll see, but yeah, if you're CMU here during this timeout, you really just have to remember you're leading 2-0, right? You're still in advantage of this match. I know that it's been a while since they've played in a 5-set game. It seemed like for a good stretch of time there, they were playing in a 5-set game basically on a weekly basis, but you're still leading 2-0. You are trailing by a fair amount here in this 3rd set. We just got to regroup, collect yourself, and come out in the 4th set if you're unable to pull this one out and take it.
And obviously, like you mentioned, they're up 2-0 in the match. So if they drop this one, they still have 2 sets to work with to get that victory. So they're not too concerned. But obviously, you want to get a little bit of momentum going into that 4th set to kind of potentially close things out. Or who knows? Maybe they can get 8 straight points here, get themselves right back into it.
Yeah, and it looks like Coach Golick is going to try to switch things up a little bit here. Maddie Gebhardt in for the first time this weekend as well. So we talked about it with Converse, who's serving for Buffalo, getting her first opportunity. Now it's 12 on the other side, Gebhardt.
We'll see if Gebhardt provides a little spark for the Chippewas. They don't go to her, they go to Thomas, and she has the answer, though. We'll see if that gets them going. Now down 7.
Yeah, Thomas, they've done a pretty good job keeping her in check so far today, the Buffalo defense, but picks up her 3rd kill of the day.
16 yesterday, tying her career high. There's Gebhardt back to serve the fresh body. She can't get the dig that time, but who can get in the way of Trebahovska's swing like that?
That one close to going out, but Trebahovska just places it down just inside that line. Buffalo now just 3 points away.
Buffalo looking to close this out and force that 4th set here. Lee sends it over and gets an ace. Perfect positioning there from Abby Lee.
Yeah, that one just felt like it was staying in the air for quite some time, and it just drops out of nowhere. A really good serve from Abby Lee to put Buffalo 2 points away.
Let's see if she can do it again. The knuckleball serve, Gertise able to get that up. Here's Schrock swinging away. Another aggressive swing and another point rewarded for CMU.
So Chippewas are down by 8 here in this third set. It's going to be really tough to come back, but it's crucial to end this set with some momentum. Get the offense rolling to set yourself up well for the next set.
Here's Lee to set up. Shaw on the far side. Tipped up. Trying to catch him off guard. Can't do it that time. Concorba. Kind of a miss hit there from Gebhardt, but able to get a good swing. And another kill. Another aggressive swing from Schrock. Have a couple bodies hit the floor, though, afterwards, too.
Yeah, Lauren Schrock just locates Maria Feudy. This ball definitely goes out of play if Feudy's out of the way, but she has no time to get out of the way because of how quickly it is sent right at her, unable to keep it going. A couple back-to-back points for the Chippewas now, trail by 7.
And Olin getting a little bit of attention from the medical staff of CMU as her and Olin kind of collided. I'm not sure what bodies part collided exactly, because obviously Schrock going up for that kill, and I don't know if the elbow coming down hit Olin or what exactly happened.
Yeah, a couple players hit the floor here. Now we have a member from each side discussing something with this close side official, just trying to get some confirmation. As there's the kill from Schrock. As you see, she comes down and just collides with Abby Olin before hitting the ground. It seems like Olin is okay. She's just getting a check here to make sure that no head injury or obviously or anything is going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you saw in that replay, it looked like the elbow kind of came down on the head there of Olin, but she looks to be okay. Passed the concussion test, it looks like. It's a few cheers, but we still have both the setters kind of talking things over with the up official. I'm not exactly sure what they're trying to get an explanation on. Maybe they're trying to ask for the players going underneath the net, trying to get the point rewarded to Buffalo.
Right, and Allie Korb, I don't think said anything when she came over, so she just saw an opportunity to listen in on a conversation, right? Oh, they're talking. Let's see what they're talking about.
Just doing a little eavesdropping. CMU down 7, trying to get a couple points here. Schrock's been the hot hand for him as of late. Trebahoska's been hot all afternoon. Gets it done again.
Once again, it's that shot that CMU is complained about a few times so far today. She almost grabs it and throws it down, but it is legal. Hasn't been called against her yet today.
Trebahoska up now to 16 kills. Also earlier got her 11th now double-double. 16 kills, 10 digs. Blocked at the net. CMU resets. Korba dunks it over. Here's Arcucci off the block. It gets down eventually. CMU says we're going to play a little more volleyball here in set 3.
Yeah, good job from Schrock and Olin, who collided on the previous play. They team up here for the block, keeping this third set alive.
Buffalo looking to close it out. They're still up by 7, so have a couple of points to work with here. Be Korba to send it over. Lee sets up Trebahoska, goes long, no touch. 2 straight points for CMU.
This is exactly what I was talking about. Unless CMU can pull off the comeback of the century here right now, this is still what you want. You're gaining some momentum, setting up the 4th set.
Yeah, just want a couple of points, make it a little more close. Lee will set up Trebahoska again. This time she finishes it off. Buffalo, after losing the first 2 sets, takes set 3. We'll have to see if they can do it again and force that 5th set. But first, we have set 4. Don't go anywhere. You're watching ESPN+.
It's Red Tag Savings Time at Penske Chevrolet. Get Red Tag holiday savings now on new Trax or Equinox. Your choice, $299. $299 a month at Penske Chevrolet. Drive new Trax or Equinox. Your choice. Red Tagged at only $299 a month. The Red Tags are back now at Penske Chevrolet.
Listen up, hockey fans. NHL on ESPN Plus is back. The hardest hits, the dangles, and, of course, the Celtics.
You gotta be kidding me! It's not real!
Enjoy every second of 1,000+ out-of-market games, exclusive matchups, marquee NHL events, and so much more. That's hockey on ESPN+.
NWSL semifinals, Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern on ABC and ESPN+.
Well, that was a dominating set for Buffalo as they were able to get a good lead for themselves and maintain it through the whole entire match. They got a lead of at least 8 points as their highest in that match and were just able to continue and maintain that throughout the whole set. The Lee sisters were coming alive, and Trebahovska was dominant in that set. Last year, she actually had a career high against Central of 27 kills and is over halfway with 16 kills tonight, looking to get to that mark.
Has had back-to-back tremendous nights against the Chippewas here today, and you mentioned that 27 kills are career high. So she's had a good couple of games against these Chippewas.
Yeah, Victoria mentions it. Trebahovska kind of having her way against CMU so far last season and this season, but right now, we talked about it before the end of the third set. CMU just got to remind themselves that that set really didn't go their way. It was dominated by Buffalo. You're still in the advantage in this one. You're leading 2-1. You still have all the room to play here, and now you just got to bounce back and take this fourth set.
Look at some of the fans here.
Man, I got to get that hat.
Exactly.
Where's he buying that?
We got to get a couple of different things here. We got, I mean, also those overalls, like the dudes, CMU gear,
man,
all over the place there.
Need to find that guy's hookup.
For sure. But set 4 about to get underway here. Like you mentioned, though, 2-1 lead for CMU. They dropped that last set, and I mean, Buffalo really just dominated that set. So for the side of CMU, they did get a couple points, like you mentioned there, late in the set. Maybe they'll ride a little momentum going into the fourth set. We'll have to see how they play here to start.
Buffalo will start with the possession. We knew that the service errors was a problem for them throughout the first 2 sets, but in the third set, they really cleaned it up, did a pretty good job, and that was key to their extended lead.
Yeah, their hitting percentage now up to 248. They lead about 50 points there, 194 on the side of the Chippewas. They lead 42 kills compared to 33. Here comes CMU. Raymond blocked straight down. First point goes to Buffalo.
Yeah, kind of becoming repetitive here, but the Lee sisters do a really good job teaming up defensively. They have dominated the front line these past couple sets so far, stopping these CMU attackers.
I mean, they've played for a while, so they know where they want to be when they're up to block, and they also know how to set to each other. CMU looking for an answer, though, even it up. What a spot there from Christina Casson. That was right in the corner.
Same thing happened last set. You stop Christina Casson the first time, but if you give her a second opportunity, she makes you pay, just painting that corner there.
Casson now up to 8 kills, tied for second on the CMU side. Swung away from Lee. There's the Lee-to-Lee connection.
Yeah, they got it done defensively previously. This time on the offensive side, seems like they might know each other a little bit.
You know, they probably lived with each other for quite a while, being that they're sisters, only a year apart. I'm sure they know each other pretty well. Here's CMU on the offensive side. Olin, big swing, but Lee able to get that up. Here's Trebahovska trying to stay hot. Good effort there from Anderson. Another diving effort this side on Buffalo. Trebahovska, my goodness, what a swing. Good defense on both sides, though. Bodies hitting the floor on both sides. And then ended off by an error by Trebahovska.
Hannah Langton and Alina Anderson made that happen for CMU. A couple really impressive digs to keep it alive. Buffalo tries to keep it alive themselves. They're unable to do so.
Just high energy here in the fourth set here between these two teams. And obviously, you got to anticipate that. We mentioned the first place in the MAC is up for grabs. That one's tipped off the block, and Buffalo recaptures the lead here, 3-2.
Yeah, last set was a bit non-traditional from what we've seen from these two teams. It's really been back and forth throughout every set so far, and we're starting off that way here in the fourth.
That's the biggest win on either side on both days. 7-point win in that set for the Bulls. Raymond finds the right spot that time too. Nobody was home, gets the opening. We're tied again.
Yeah, great location from Raymond. It almost seems like the Buffalo defense just shifted over way too quickly. Look at all the members on that far side. She just sees that opening in the corner and places it down.
And that corner, Casson found that spot as well. They kind of left that corner wide open the last couple of plays. We'll see if they try to attack it again. Olin tries to dunk it down. Somebody's in the net. They say it's CMU. It's a point to Buffalo. Olin trying to swing away, and yeah, you see the hand there touch the top of the tape. Here comes the aggressive serve of Trebohovska. Clips off the net that time. Here's Schrock swinging away, blocked straight down.
Man, that one's gonna leave a mark there. An impressive block made by Arcucci. Woo!
Aggressive swing there from Schrock. Provides the aggressive block there from Arcucci. Just comes straight back. There's nobody home. And here comes an aggressive serve from Trebohovska. Just a touch too long. But again, such an aggressive serve from her. It's so hard to get in the way of that. Fortunately, they didn't have to this time.
And the stat sheet doesn't really tell the whole story because she has 3 aces with 6 service errors, but it seems like everyone that is in play just puts the CMU defense at a disadvantage.
It certainly does, and this time the disadvantage on the side of Buffalo. Another error from them, this time a hitting error.
We talked about a couple different frontline blockers for CMU. This time it's Grace Thomas and Lauren Schrock imposing up front. Buffalo sends it in the net.
Langton sends it over. Who's going to break the tie at 5? CMU looking to do so with Thomas. She does it.
Yeah, the Chippewas really want to get Grace Thomas going. Buffalo has done a pretty good job containing her so far today, picking up her 5th kill there.
Now you mentioned Thomas has really gotten hot as of late. Has 16 kills in 2 of the last 3 matches. Service error there from the Chippewas, reties it back up at 6.
Yeah, Thomas kind of throwing her name there in the race for the MAC Freshman of the Year race.
Well, there's another one on the side of CMU in the race as well, in Hannah Langton.
Of course.
Maybe 2 teammates battling out for that honor. Corba sets up to the freshman in Thomas. She sends it down again. Grace Thomas, the hot hand here in set 4.
Yeah, she must have heard us talking about the MAC Freshman of the Year award. She said, let me show you why I deserve it. Boom.
Another big swing there from Grace Thomas. That little swing around is always so satisfying. Gets the right footwork on that almost every single time. Back row attack, that's satisfying as well for Trebohovska.
Yeah, it's just, she sets up so deep. She's basically at the white line. Look how high up she gets here. I mean, just able to place that wherever she wants.
Trebohovska approaching 20 kills now, up to 19. We mentioned she had a career high 27 last year against these Chippewas. Looking to get to that mark potentially here in this one. Corba will set up Schrock. Big swing, gets it down off the block.
Lauren Schrock leads all kills for CMU today. Picks up her 11th so far and has been really efficient as well with that .320 hit percentage.
Yeah, again, we didn't see much of her in that first set, so she's only really played 3 sets. And she leads the way here for CMU, like you mentioned, with those 11 kills. Good dig there in the back row. Raymond, a couple tip shots, and then somebody's in the net for Buffalo. Maybe I said Arcucci was in the net, so CMU now leads by 2.
Yeah, Buffalo doesn't like the call, and it looks like Coach Scott Smith is immediately going to go to the challenge. They're confused with the ruling here. Look at the faces there at Buffalo as they huddle up, and we are going to get a challenge.
Yeah, immediately, kind of like you mentioned, just got up right with the officials. Was like, there's no way she was in the net, but you did see the net shaking though, so something touched the net. So I'm not surprised by the call at all.
So we had 2 challenges back in the first set, and then we went 2 straight sets without a challenge. Now we have our first one here. And Buffalo is still just looking at the officials, trying to get an explanation. Here's a look at it. I believe that the forearm hits the net.
Yeah, it's pretty clear there, and right in front of this up official is an easy call to make. You see the arm there. I can't see who exactly that is behind.
Mandy Lee is the one that doesn't touch it, and she's the one that's been talking with the official. So obviously she doesn't believe she touches the net because she didn't, but it was her teammate.
Yeah, it should be a pretty quick review, I would imagine, because it looked pretty obvious from that angle. But like you mentioned, Mandy Lee came over and talked to the up official a little bit. I think she was trying to say, I didn't touch it. I think they maybe called it on her, so that's why she was confused. But it was her teammate there, her sister, Abby Lee, who's in the net.
Yeah, and we got two good angles at it here. You can just see that left forearm. Her sister just, you see the net move there. No ball touching it, so obviously it's touched by something else, and just so happens to be the left arm of Mandy Lee.
Yeah, pretty quick review there, and what we thought was going to happen this time. So point does belong to CMU, and they hold that 2-point lead here in set 4. Looking to close out the Bulls like they did yesterday, 3-1.
Yeah, Coach Scott Smith still is just not satisfied with the call there, just staring down this official on our side, shaking his head. But it's 9-7 CMU. We're still getting some explanation here.
I think both of these officials, the up official and the far official, after this last two matches, they've been kind of getting worked by both of these coaches here the last 2 days.
Yeah, they're probably ready for a couple days off after this one. I would expect that. Couldn't be me.
Obviously, there's a lot riding on these last two games, yesterday's game and today's game. After yesterday, CMU takes the first in the MAC. They're looking to hold on to first place. Set up. Abby Lee gets the kill. Off the block and down. Langton just kind of couldn't read it off the block.
Yeah, coming off the block there, it's a tough play for Langton because she looked like she was about ready to dive in the middle of the court if it doesn't get blocked. Instead, she's just on her knees and finds herself in a tough spot.
Converse back to serve. It's only played here in the third and fourth set after Forlan got injured. No tip at the net, so it goes long. Or they do say it was tipped at the net, so point to CMU.
Yeah, and Converse has the ball ready to serve, and it's point central.
And we're going to get another challenge here from Scott Smith, an awfully quick one. Like you mentioned, Buffalo's ready to serve and everything, but...
And I'm thinking this challenge is just out of frustration, right? He was still letting that previous call linger around in his head. They challenged this one immediately. And now, once again, we have both setters talking with the up official. And this guy's getting worked today. I mean, he is just getting a lot of conversation.
You know, we see a look at it there. It's tough to see from that angle. It looked like it was, if anybody touched it, it was on that far side, but couldn't really tell.
Trying to eavesdrop as best as I can here, but it's really tough to tell what the conversation is. Here's a good look at it. And it doesn't seem like the ball makes any sort of odd movement, but it's so tough to tell. The call on the floor is CMU point, which is crucial.
It kind of looked like it didn't touch the fingertips there of Emma Converse, I believe that was who was up there. But like you said, it was the call of CMU's point, so it might be tough to overturn because if it touched the fingertip, it was just that pinky of Emma Converse.
Yeah, and the spokesperson for Buffalo, Mandy Lee, gets back into her huddle. So we'll see what the final ruling is here on this one. But yeah, it was definitely a miscommunication. Buffalo just immediately thought it was their point. They were even given the ball, so definitely worthy to be frustrated about that because you thought it was going to be your point. Next thing you know, it's not.
Well, I feel like on the side for the Chippewas, it's been 2 longer breaks now. We've had 2 back-to-back reviews, and CMU there, as it stands right now with the call being CMU point, they're up by 2. They just want to keep that momentum going. They don't want these breaks.
And Buffalo can't let this get to them because you still trail 2-1. You did a great job in that third set regaining momentum. And it's clear that the frustration might be starting to spill over on their side. There's still plenty of time left to win this game. So you have to keep your composure. You're still waiting on the ruling here. We saw it from the replays. I mean, there really isn't a good look at it. I'd be shocked if this gets overturned. And I can only imagine the Buffalo sideline is not going to be happy with it.
They haven't been happy with a lot of the calls after these replay reviews. I guess it started off CMU wasn't getting the calls, but now it's been Buffalo as of the last couple that haven't gotten the calls their way. And they say it's out, though, so Buffalo does get the call. No touch, so it's 9-9 instead of 10-8. We're tied at 9.
That's got to feel good if you're Buffalo, right? Because you just had the failed challenge. You go right back to it 2 plays later and pick it up, tying it up 9-9.
So Converse will send it over. Almost gets an ace. It comes right back on the side of Buffalo. They reset. Tip shot, nobody's there, but actually Langton is there. I didn't think there was any chance she'd get there in time. Tip shot, Langton can't do it this time, though.
Langton made a crazy play. She tries to do it again. Goes to the fist this time, is unable to gather it. Great job from Mandy Lee to pick that one up.
And Mandy Lee, the setter, up to 3 kills here today. It's not too bad from the setter. Tight on the net, and it's dunked down by Trebahovska.
Converse is doing a really good job with the serves for Buffalo. That's back-to-back times where the dig from CMU has made it all the way back over the net. It really sets up the front line of Buffalo with a good spot.
It's been a swing here for Buffalo. 3 straight points now. We thought it was going to be 10-8 in favor of CMU, but now it's 11-9. Make it 11-10. Casson trims it to 1.
Yeah, Casson puts an end to that. CMU needed to get something going, and Christina Casson quietly having a really good day today. Her 9th kill with a .421 hit percentage.
Yeah, efficient with her attempts. Here's Thomas. She's been pretty good as well here today. No aces, but kind of forces them out of position. Olin slams it down. Good dig effort there from the Bulls. Trebahovska off the block, sends it right back over. Raymond will set up her teammate in Casson. Good effort there from the Bulls again. Swung down and hits the floor eventually. Abby Lee gets a kill.
Yeah, you talked about it. Really good defense there from Buffalo to keep this one alive. Check out Allie Corbin here. Tries to kick that one up with the left foot to keep it alive. Just misses it.
We've already seen one soccer kick, if you will, that got sent over. Trying to get the second one. There's a service there, though, from the Bulls. We've seen a lot of those. They've cleaned it up as of late. We're up to 15 service errors now.
And I'm bringing this soccer kick back up because I can only imagine as a volleyball player, you dream of pulling that out. And the fact that you actually got a chance to earlier was just incredible.
It's one of those satisfying things. It doesn't happen very often, but when it does, it just kind of brings a little momentum, even though it's not necessarily an exciting play. It's just super rare. Olin is going to get off the antenna, so it'll be a kill for her. Up now to 9.
Yeah, a ton of different digs there from Buffalo to keep it alive, but unable to finish it off. Abby Olin picks it up as it hits the antenna.
We're tied again at 12 apiece. Again, CMU trying to close this match out to get the victory here in set 4. They'll win it and take sole possession of first place in the match. Off the block and down, they take the lead here, 13-12.
And that's a big one to pick up for Natalia Raymond because we talked about how great she's been all over the place. At the net, attacking-wise, has been a bit of a more of a struggle day for her, but picking up that kill is a huge momentum boost.
Yeah, just her 5th kill in 28 attempts. But she's been good digging the ball up, has 15 digs. There's an incredible dig there from Gertiza, the pancake. Trebahovska swings away. Good effort there from Anderson to keep it up. Here's Raymond now. Roll shot. Almost gets it down. Back row attack from Converse. Corba to Olin. Quick set. Gets it down.
What a run there from Central. It started with the pancake from Gertiza. Sent it over a couple more times. But Abby Olin has been crucial here in this 4th set. Her 9th kill, a .500 hit percentage.
Just the efficiency and then the defense as well from CMU. They hold that 2-point lead. Shaw not in the right spot there. Corba will set up to Raymond. Slam down, but just missing it a little wide.
And you see the CMU side, they're still saying, that's what we want, that's what we want. It's good placement from Raymond, just a little bit outside of the line. But it was still good offense.
Yeah, again, found the right spot, but just a little bit too long there on the right side. It's a good swing, though, from Raymond. Olin somehow gets it down. She mistimed her jump, but still makes it a 2-point lead for the Chippewas.
Those long arms of Abby Olin allowed her to make contact with that one and drop it down.
So 15-13, CMU looking to close out the Bulls here in McGurk.
It's Red Tag Savings Time at Penske Chevrolet. Get Red Tag holiday savings now on new Trax or Equinox. Your choice, $299. $299 a month at Penske Chevrolet. Drive new Trax or Equinox. Your choice. Red Tagged at only $299 a month. The Red Tags are back now at Penske Chevrolet.
We're floating in space now, 1 million miles away, on top of the world now.
What is sport? It's more than fast footwork and pushing through pain. Goes beyond the gym, through city streets onto the stage. Ask yourself, is this sport? Yeah, even that. Sport is everything.
Look, you're back in McGurk Arena, and CMU's been on a little bit of a run here. They're up now 2 points here in the fourth set, and it's been a lot of Abby Olin as of late.
Yeah, it's a very clear attack from CMU. They're going to Olin, they're going to Christina Casson because they have been extremely efficient so far for CMU today. Olin with a .529 hit percentage, Casson with a .421. So we know all those different options they have up front, but those two specifically, expect them to be busy here to close out this fourth set.
This is a person you want serving as well. Raymond, the jump serve, they're able to handle it pretty well this time. Swung over, blocked down, but on the side of CMU. Corba wanted that one badly, but it goes to the side of Buffalo.
Yeah, you know Corba wants to get up there. She doesn't defend that front line too often, so when she gets in that spot, she wants to make it count. Just sneaks over, though.
Credit Corba, just 5'9", able to get up on the blocks. Almost got it down, but unfortunately couldn't get it over. And there's another service there, number 16 for the Bulls.
And it's the 7th specifically on Trebahovska, so it's coming to a point now where as much as an advantage it is to have backer, it's almost becoming a disadvantage.
Yeah, it's kind of, like you said, 7 free points for the Chippewas throughout this match. And there's a free point rewarded by the Bulls. We're trading service errors.
Going back and forth here, CMU has been able to crawl their way out of these close matchups so far tonight and yesterday against Buffalo. So really important here for Buffalo.
So Feudy looking to tie things up here for the Bulls. 16-15 CMU leads. Corba will set up Schrock a little bit off the net. Feudy's there. Set up far side to Converse. A big swing from her. Converse, we mentioned, only playing in the sets 3 and 4, coming in for the injured Forlin. Gets her first kill there.
Yeah, and this one just gets launched into the stands. Shout out to one of the CMU cheerleaders because this deflects off and it's caught. But we're tied up at 16, in for a good ending here.
CMU took the first 2 sets. Buffalo took the last one, trying to ride that momentum. Thomas nearly gets that down. A free ball over here hit by Converse. Corba to Thomas, and the fans wanted it to be around the antenna. They eventually get that call. It's not official yet, but on that free hit, it looked like it went around the antenna.
Yes.
The fans on that side were immediately asking for that. The official on the other side was calling it.
And the play was blown dead, so it was definitely called by the officials. As we see here, they finally rule it. Natalia Raymond was quick to go to the official and give him a word. We've talked about it all night. This is not the best job in the world to have for these guys in the blue shirts tonight.
Yeah, like I mentioned, they're going to be happy to get out of Mount Pleasant here after this weekend. But CMU does lead now 17-16. Make it, I thought it was going to be an ace, but good effort there from Feudy to keep it up. Corba goes to Casson. She'll make it a 2-point lead.
What a great offensive play there from CMU. Corba sets it up. It looks like it's going to Thomas. It's a fake. Instead, it goes to Casson, who now is in double-digit kills.
Now 3 Chippewas with double-digit kills. Schrock leads the way with 11. You mentioned Casson with 10 and Olin with 10 as well. And blocked there by the duo. They've been doing it all day. Good effort there from Langton to try and get a hand on it, but a better swing there from the Bulls. Now just a 1-point lead for the Chippewas.
Yeah, it felt like CMU really had gained momentum those last couple of plays, so a crucial job from Buffalo there to pick up that point. They still trail by just 1 in this 4th set.
Getting down to the home stretch here of the 4th set. Every point so important for both teams. Corba to Thomas, gets it down. Thomas loved that set assist.
Yeah, Thomas really works from the outside a lot these past couple games for CMU. They get her parked in the middle this time, and you know Corba's going to set it up nice.
Yeah, Corba almost to 40 set assists here today. 39, now 10 straight games, and an ace there from Alina Anderson. And a timeout from Buffalo after CMU recaptures a 3-point lead here, trying to close out and take first in the MAC, taking down the Bulls back-to-back days, 3 sets to 1.
Yeah, and Alina Anderson, we talked about it, just been phenomenal at the service line for CMU today. Her 3rd ace, tied with Natalia Raymond for the most aces on the day. But yeah, you mentioned it, CMU has really come up clutch in these tight sets tonight and yesterday, and right now with a 3-point advantage, they're the first team to 20. They have all the control and momentum right now.
And super smart timeout there from Scott Smith, kind of trying to settle down his Bulls. We take a look at what Grace Thomas has done as of late. She's been quiet today. We mentioned had a career high coming into today, in yesterday's action, up to 7 kills now, but it's been the hot hand in these last couple of points.
Yeah, that's the best part about this CMU team is Coach Golick really keeps the confidence in his players. It doesn't matter if you're having a bad day. If you're out on the floor, we're going to go to you. And Grace Thomas has been defended well so far today, but back-to-back kills for CMU in this crucial 4th set.
And Anderson, what we mentioned, got the ace to make it that 3-point lead. She'll be back to serve here once again. See if she has another ace in store for the Bulls. Here it comes. Knuckleball. Instead, it's a service error. A couple of those kind of creeping up there a little bit. Now 8 for CMU.
And Converse has been good at the service line since entering in the previous set for Buffalo.
Here comes that serve from her. Corba will set it up. Far side, Casson. It stays on the side of Buffalo. CMU can feel first place.
Wow, that ball just hung out on the net. Watch this roll here. It just spins along the net and falls in. Wow.
Just the power and then the spin like you mentioned, just able to keep it on the side of Buffalo. Here's Lee. Good dig there from Corba. Anderson sets up to Casson. Roll shot. It's going to come right back over. Olin slams it home. 22-18 in favor of the Chippewas.
And this place is going crazy. We talked about it at the beginning of the set. Casson and Olin were going to be the primetime players up front to close this out. And Olin puts it down.
Number 11 for her. And Thomas goes and sends it right back into the net. You want to ride that momentum. Just an unfortunate service error there for the Chippewas.
But you still hold a 3-point advantage with just 3 more points to go to take this match.
Abby Lee will send it over. Knuckleball handled well there by Langton. They set up Casson again. She goes long this time.
No tip is called there. CMU wanted one right away, but instead Buffalo now back-to-back points, trailing by just 2.
CMU just, we're gonna get a challenge here. I think I saw the words, why not? Why not challenge it, says Coach Golick. We're close to the end here, wanting to get that point.
That's exactly what I would say, right? I mean, you're at the end of this 4th set. You haven't used a challenge yet so far in this set. There's no harm in calling this. It's not like you in the NFL where you lose a timeout if you don't get a challenge call correct. You might as well just call this.
And I think he actually might be right. It kind of looks like the fingers bend back a little bit there on Trebahovska. Can't really tell if it the ball kind of gets that uptick off the fingertips. That's awfully close.
That's awfully close. The antenna kind of in our way here, but you can still see a fragment here. Oh, and right there at the beginning, that right there, you can see an extension. Oh, it's so hard to tell. I can imagine that this doesn't get overturned, but I'm pretty bad with these calls, so who knows?
We haven't been too bad here today. We've been pretty on par from what we thought the calls will be, but and it's kind of hard to tell. I imagine this will be a longer review. Another look at it. That one's kind of hard to tell.
And this is a good angle because you'll be able to tell if any of the fingers make contact there because it'll make a little movement. It doesn't look like any of them do right here off of Trebahovska. I believe this one's going to stay as called.
I think so as well. And the original call was Bull's point. It's out of bounds, but like we mentioned, it looked, I think I read the lips correctly there of Coach Golick. He said, why not? We might as well challenge it.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be too much of an argument here from Coach Golick and his side. Yeah, they just nod their heads. All right, that's okay. That's kind of what we expected. Basically using it as a timeout, right, to just talk this over with his team. Up by 2 in this 4th set.
And for the Bulls, we'll have to see if they can just get a little momentum off that last point. They're down, like you said, just 2. Anything can happen. But Olin, she says, we're going to finish this thing.
Abby Olin retakes the lead of kills for CMU, just 2 points away. They are feeding her right now. That Korba-Olin connection is unstoppable.
And then a quick timeout there from Scott Smith. Just 2 points away are the Chippewas from taking this match 3-1 again.
And such a crucial player Abby Olin is for CMU. Obviously, she dealt with a little bit of injury last week, missing one of their games. They were still able to get it done without her, but she is just so crucial to what CMU does defensively and offensively because we see how much she is involved at the net blocking. And then today, 12 kills on 19 attempts and just the 1 error. It has just been a great day for Abby Olin.
Yeah, she's always been efficient throughout this whole season, but an incredible hitting percentage here today. Came into this weekend at 4th in hitting percentage. So obviously we know how efficient she can be and has been showing it throughout here today. But outside of Buffalo, you kind of come into this weekend, you kind of anticipate you could maybe steal at least 1 game here from the Chippewas and kind of keep your hand in the race here for that 1 seed. But it looks like CMU might take this here. It's kind of just been a frustrating weekend for Buffalo.
Yeah, Central Michigan is just the team to beat in the MAC right now. Let's just say it how it is. They are knocking off all of these top teams, and right now they hold the advantage over Buffalo, but the Bulls still have a shot to get back into this one. They did a really good job in that 3rd set dominating. Down by 3, it's a lot, but it's definitely doable.
We'll see if Gertiza can close it out, though, here from the service line. Here comes that serve. It's going to be tight on the net. Dunked down, but stays on the side of CMU, so point to the Bulls. Kind of a miss hit there from Raymond. Came right back on the side of CMU and just couldn't quite get the right angle on it.
And now with Mandy Lee serving, this is a good spot for Buffalo.
Here comes the serve. Set up, it's gonna be tight, and it's gonna be out of bounds. So some back-to-back miss hits here from the Chippewas makes it just a 1-point deficit from the Bulls.
Just what we mentioned, Buffalo comes out of that timeout strong. A couple of pretty good serves. Now trailed by just 1. We're gonna be in for a really tight ending here.
It's Mandy Lee looking to get him out of position here. Can't do it that time. Quick set, tip shot. Beauty's there though. Here's Arcucci. Good dig, but it's gonna go out of play. So we are now tied 23-23. You can tell Buffalo doesn't want to give this thing up.
3 straight points for Buffalo will cause Mike Golick and the Chippewas to use a timeout. Really good job from the Bulls to apply pressure on CMU coming out of that timeout.
Now credit Buffalo. They called that timeout and were able to kind of reset things, recapture a momentum of some sort at least, and now it's going to be the first person who can score 2 straight points.
Yeah, Buffalo still holds that hitting percentage lead over CMU, 241 as a team compared to CMU's 207. They've held that advantage the whole entire match. CMU had a really good set 1, and since then, Buffalo has been more efficient at the net than them, but the errors are the reasons why they're down in this one. They've crawled their way back here in this 4th set. We are all tied up. It's going to be good.
Now, Buffalo scored 3 straight points. And CMU just trying to kind of regain that sort of momentum. We're feeling a little too high. They could feel the victory in their grasp and we've kind of slipped away here a little bit.
And back in set 2, we were in this exact spot. It was tied up 23-23. We thought we were feeling a little bit of extra play, but instead CMU ripped off 2 straight points and won it. So they're in a similar spot here, but the ball is on the side of Buffalo.
And Mandy Lee's been doing good getting the Chippewa offense out of position with her serves, the last couple of serves she's had. We'll see if she can do it again. Here it comes. Go at Anderson. It's a good hit. Korba to Owen. Blocked down, but out of bounds. Point CMU. Set and match point upcoming.
Huge play there. Olin unable to get it over the defenders, but it goes out of play. McGurk Arena is rocking right now. It's game point.
Everybody's on their feet. They can feel first place in their grasp. Here it comes. Lee. Trebahovska, tip shot. Korba will set it up. Olin can't get it down. Here's Lee to Arcucci off the block. Buffalo resets. Arcucci again off the block. Good tip up. Miscommunication, and it's going to be point to Buffalo. Extra volleyball in set 4.
Ah, man, such a tough one there. Raymond keeps it alive with the left fist, pops it up in the air, but a little miscommunication between Schrock and Gertiza lets it drop down. We're tied up.
And now they have to face the aggressive serve of Trebahovska. Here it comes. She doesn't go quite as aggressive. Still gets him out of position. Olin kind of getting him out of spot there. Converse swings away. Here's Korba to Olin again. Big swing. They're going to have to track it down. They're able to. Free ball over by the Bulls. Here comes the Chippewa offense. Olin. Big dig there from Feudy. Back row attack. Can't get it down. Langton diving effort. Can they get it over? They can't. They get the 3 hits. But now it's set point for the Bulls.
Really good effort there from CMU. But great defense from Buffalo. The Chippewas were feeding Abby Olin, and they were defending it very well, able to pick up the point.
Feudy had a couple of digs there. They weren't easy. The aggressive swings from Olin, not easy to defend. Bulls close out set 4. We're going to be sent to a 5th set between these two high-intensity teams. What will set 5 bring? We've been treated to a special one here. Don't go anywhere on ESPN+.
It's Red Tag savings time at Penske Chevrolet. Get Red Tag holiday savings now on new Trax or Equinox. Your choice, $299. $299 a month at Penske Chevrolet. Drive new Trax or Equinox. Your choice. Red Tagged at only $299 a month. The Red Tags are back now at Penske Chevrolet.
The time has come. 2 larger-than-life legends collide.
Sean Jones is back, the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world.
Stipe is the most successful heavyweight of all time.
History will be made.
This is MMA at the highest level.
And the world will be watching. One fight for all time.
On Madison Square, catch me at the fight.
Listen up, hockey fans. NHL on ESPN Plus is back. The hardest hits, the dangles, and of course, the sellies.
You gotta be kidding me! It's not real!
Enjoy every second of 1,000+ out-of-market games, exclusive matchups, marquee NHL events, and so much more. That's hockey on ESPN Plus. NHL on ESPN Plus is back. Enjoy 1,000+ out-of-market games, exclusive matchups, marquee NHL events, and so much more. That's hockey on ESPN Plus.
Grab your popcorn and snacks because we are headed into a 5th set of volleyball. This game has been everything we have been expecting and more, a true fight, back and forth battle. Buffalo might have the momentum coming into this set as they are coming off of a win. But as we know in sports, anything is possible. Jacob, Kyle, this is going to be a good one.
We've been treated to a good one, like you mentioned. 2 sets won by CMU to start this match off, and then 2 sets won by Buffalo. So who's going to have the momentum?
Yeah, Buffalo's ripped off 2 straight sets here. Taking a look at the 5-set stats for both teams. CMU played in twice as many 5-set matches so far. They're 3-3. Buffalo is 2-1, but they've won their last 2 5-setters. But CMU hasn't played in one since the Bowling Green game back on October 11th. They had a ton of 5-set matches early in the season, whereas Buffalo was coming off of one last week against Akron. So this is really going to be a testament here because Buffalo has the momentum. But as Victoria said, CMU definitely could pull this one out in front of their home crowd.
Yeah, has the momentum from the crowd as well. They've been loud all afternoon, so hopefully they can bring a little more energy to these Chippewas, and we'll see if that kind of bolts them forward here in set 5. Reminder, set 5 only goes to 15 points. Teams will switch sides once a team hits 8 points. Corba sets it up to Raymond. Down off the block, it's going to get down. First point in set 5 belongs to the Bulls.
And CMU really has to try to get this first point quickly because Buffalo owns all the momentum right now. You can see it in their faces. They are feeling good over there. So CMU's got to have a nice defensive possession here.
Yeah, Buffalo's down 23-20 in set 4, able to come out with a 26-24 victory. Casson will swing away. Trebahovsky able to get another dig. Converse can't get it out over the net, so even again, 1-1.
And you can see the fatigue starting to get to some of these players on both sides on these kill attempts. Maybe not getting up as high, hitting the ball into the net a few times. It's a long day of volleyball.
Anytime you get to 5 sets, you know these players are getting tired by the end of it. Trebahovsky will set it up far side. Converse able to get it over this time. Corba sets up Casson. Big swing, gets it down. CMU takes the lead.
Christina Casson on that far side, continuing her hot day. Set up once again by Allie Corba, who's up to 42 assists on the day.
Yeah, ties up her total from yesterday's action against the Bulls. As that one goes wide, Grace Thomas can't handle it.
And going back to Corba, we have to talk about how impressive she's been because a ton of setters have come into McGurk Arena. These legendary setters, Mandy Lee, Logan Case of Western Michigan, and Corba just matches their production. She has done such a good job this year for CMU.
Yeah, has now 11 straight games with 30 or more assists. And then a great effort there, just a little swing shot, gets it 3-2 in favor of the Bulls.
Yeah, what an impressive play there. Basically a no-looker. This one gets sent over. Let me just send it over. I don't even know where it's going. What a play there.
Yeah, Abby Lee, she's been efficient as well, too. Not as efficient as she normally is. 8 kills, 250 hitting percentage here today. Casson, she's been efficient, though. Ties it up once again at 3 apiece.
And you see it exactly from Christina Casson. She looks at Allie Corba and says, all day. She has been money so far these last couple sets, and we are going back and forth here.
So Casson ties up Olin with the team lead in 13 kills. 43 set assists from Allie Corba. Trebahovsky off the block, it hits the antenna, so point to Buffalo.
Man, really tough one there. That ball just gets in an awkward spot. CMU did a good job setting up the block, but antenna gets in the way.
Trebahovsky, the leader on both sides, 21 kills for her. Again, had 27 kills, her career high, coming against Central Michigan last year. But there's a big swing from Olin in the middle. We keep going back and forth.
Yeah, and on this one here, Abby Ullman just sees this opening in the back right corner of that Bulls defense, places it down. Going back and forth now. We'll see if either team can extend a lead past 1.
The Bulls have held kind of the advantage, if you will. They've gotten the first point, and they get it again, out 5-4. Double pancake, but nobody else on the other side there.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Buffalo has had the lead or tie this entire 5th set so far. CMU has been playing from behind, per se. They are, again, right here. So a crucial spot for both sides.
We'll see if Buffalo can push 2. Or if CMU can get the answer once again. It's Schrock. Beauty's there, though. Lee. Far side able to get that up. Good effort there from Raymond. It's Schrock off the block. Corba will set up again to Schrock. Swings away, blocked down. Arcucci makes it a 2-point lead.
And Arcucci showing the emotion after this one. Back-to-back blocks. The first one stayed in play. This one hits the floor. Buffalo now holds the 2-point lead.
Buffalo riding that momentum from that high-intensity fourth set. It looked like they weren't going to win. They were down 23-20, looking to close out themselves here in set 5. Olin swings a good dig there from Mandy Lee. Trebahovska off the block. Good rally between these teams. Olin sends it home. My goodness, Abby Olin.
The Korba-Olin connection hits once again. They are just continuing to feed Olin now. She's up to 29 attempts, 15 kills on the day.
Just under a 500 hitting percentage, 483 to be exact. Just incredible efficiency from her. Near side, Trebahovska. It comes right back. Trebahovska go up again. Korba tips it over. Reset here. Dunk down. Miscommunication, and we're tied again. 6-6.
What a great job from CMU. It's all set up by Lauren Schrock on this close side, because when that ball gets sent up in the air, it's hanging around the net, but Schrock picks up the block, and then a little scuffle at the net results in a central point.
I think we're going to get a little review here. It looked like Scott Smith maybe challenged. I didn't see him grab the card, but the official at the replay monitor trying to check things out. So,
and we'll see what is potentially getting reviewed. I don't know if maybe it's a CMU getting in the way of the net, because the ball was on Buffalo's side this whole entire time. We'll get a second look at it here to maybe see what they could be looking at.
Let's see if anybody touched the net here. It was close. The fingertips were kind of close. But
yeah, it's a good angle. Korba makes it close, but definitely doesn't. Maybe.
If she does, she grazes it, but.
And it's hard to tell because the net's already moving from the previous hit. So you can't really judge it off of any movement from the net because it still was moving.
Get another look at it here.
It's a pretty good angle there.
Let's see, it looks like she does get awfully close to it, but I would say that her fingertips just miss it.
Looks like there's a little bit of space there between the fingertips and the white tape. Obviously, as all these challenges have been, but this one, the most crucial, because it comes in a big-time spot where Central could tie it back up or Buffalo could hold on to a 2-point lead.
And taking a longer look at this one because, like we said, it is super close, so tough to tell. But like you said, such a pivotal moment because we've been going back and forth on both sides. It's been even. Buffalo's held the slight advantage. They've held the lead or been tied, where CMU has only been trailing or been tied throughout this fifth and final set.
We're going to get a ruling on it here. We'll see what it is called. Big time call here, and it stands. CMU point. So we're tied up here. We just talked about it. CMU has been trailing or tied this entire fifth set, and now with Hannah Langton behind the service line, they have a chance to retake the lead.
We'll see if she can do that for her Chippewas. Pretty good server herself. Again, she won MAC Defensive Player of the Week this last week. We'll see if she can provide a little offense.
And a career-high 3 aces last night.
No ace this time as the Bulls will set up the offense. It's Trebahovska off the block. Korba has to track that one down. They set it up to Schrock. It's blocked down. Gertiza there, though. Schrock again. This time has the answer. 7-6, the Chippewas' first lead in the fifth set.
And Ali Gertiza makes this play possible because she's set up on that second line off of the block. Schrock gets a second opportunity and is getting the Chippewa side hype.
Schrock now with 12 kills, one of 3 Chippewas in double digits, and an ace. Hannah Langton bringing some offense, a 2-point lead. CMU wins the race to 8.
4 straight points for CMU here. Woo!
Hannah Langton, we've been treated to a good one here. We'll see if the Chippewas can close it out here.
It's Red Tag savings time at Penske Chevrolet. Get Red Tag holiday savings now on new Trax or Equinox. Your choice, $299. $299 a month at Penske Chevrolet. Drive new Trax or Equinox. Your choice. Red Tagged at only $299 a month. The Red Tags are back now at Penske Chevrolet.
NHL on ESPN Plus is back. Enjoy 1,000+ out-of-market games, exclusive matchups, marquee NHL events, and so much more. That's hockey on ESPN+.
Formula One at its absolute finest. This is Formula One.
What an afternoon of volleyball, and that's what they're fighting for. #1 spot in the Mid-American Conference up for grabs. Central Michigan, they won the race to 8. They're up 8-6. If they win this, they'll have sole possession of first place. Whereas for Buffalo, it gets a little froggy a little bit if they end up winning. We'll see who can close things out here.
A ton of good teams atop of the MAC right now, too, as we just saw 4 teams with 8 wins right now, but both of these sides looking for their 9th.
Hannah Langton fresh off the ace, can't get one here. Here comes the Buffalo offense. Trebahoska, she'll get it down. Trebahoska stays high.
Crucial play there for Buffalo because CMU had ripped off 4 straight points in the 5th set. If you have 4 straight points in the 5th set at all, you would really think that it's yours. But now Buffalo down by just 1 with exactly who they want behind the service line.
Has brought a couple of aces, also brought a couple errors. This time a clean one. Schrock sends it straight back. What a block there from Arcucci to tie it up.
Arcucci and Shaw teaming up there. Man, they are showing the emotion after this one. You can tell how badly both sides want this one. Tied up again.
A lot up for stake here in this 5th and final set. Who's going to take it? Tied at 8. Schrock finds the line. CMU retakes the lead.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Look at that cross-court pass from Ali Korba. Sends it all the way sideline to sideline. Just a deep pass, and Schrock places it down right in.
Yeah, you see in the replay there, Trebahoska couldn't believe it hit the line. Just a little frustration for not going after it. Here's Arcucci on the far side, off the block and down. Again, we go back and forth.
You just mentioned it. We're in that territory right now. What's going to give? Because you got to win by 2. CMU, you know they're going to continue to play aggressive. Is Buffalo going to match it?
So 9-9. Feudy to serve. Libero to Libero. Langton doing a good job. Blocked down again. Abby Lee, a solo block.
That's 3 blocks now in the last 4 plays for Buffalo. They are doing a really good job defensively up front. Abby Lee does it by herself this time.
That's her first solo block, but 6 total blocks for Abby Lee here today. Langton sets it up. Schrock is blocked again. This time CMU able to recover. Casson, tip shot, blocked, tipped over on the side of CMU. They reset the offense. Here's Casson again, tipped again, now dumped down. We're tied again.
The resiliency from Christina Casson gets blocked twice, but it comes right back to her and she sends it down. Words cannot describe the emotion that these players are showing right now. I mean, after each point, it is just better and better.
Every point so crucial for both sides. Nobody wants to give up. Casson clips in the net and goes over. The tip shot there. CMU resets the offense. It's Casson again. And again, Casson gets the kill. CMU retakes the lead.
Back-to-back kills for the southpaw, Christina Casson. 15 on the day. Gives CMU the lead, just 4 points away from winning this one and taking first place in the MAC.
Forces a timeout from Scott Smith. The Bulls have to refigure things out. How are they going to stop Christina Casson? She's been the hot hand in this 5th set.
Yeah, well, they've done a really good job with the other attackers of CMU in this 5th set, blocking them on the close side or the far side, but Casson has just done a good job maneuvering around those blockers, that time putting pressure on the defense and sending it out of play.
And Casson now up to 15 kills. He had a 419 clip. There's 2 Chippewas hitting over 400. Casson and Olin, just incredible efficiency between those 2 hitters. And we've said it a couple of times. We've been treated to an absolute great game of volleyball, just back and forth action yesterday and today.
Well, yeah, you see the couple different strategies from each team, right? CMU has 5 different hitters in between the 29 to 34 attempt range on kills. So they are all getting their opportunities. Where you look at Buffalo, and it's Trebahovka with 57 attempts, and no one else even has more than 30. So it's definitely a clear attack from both sides. Buffalo looking to play through their star, and CMU has many different options they can go to. But both options have been good for each team because we're tight here in the 5th set.
Both options have been good options. Trebahovka leads the way with 23 kills. Anderson has a couple aces today. Doesn't get one here. Here comes Buffalo. Arcucci off the block. Raymond able to get that up. Korba to Casson again. Not this time. Back row attack. Good dig there from Korba. Casson looked like it maybe would have went long. Trebahovka hit it though. Converse, cross-court shot no good. Korba to Casson again. Dug up. Can Buffalo get there? They can't in time. CMU, a 2-point lead late in set 5.
Yeah, and I talked about how CMU is spreading the love, but on this play, they go to Casson about 4 or 5 times. They know that she's the hot hand. Finally, she gets one to go good. 2-point advantage now.
Little readjustment of the net here. Trying to fix the antenna, I think, a little bit. So a quick little mini timeout, but
just killing the momentum here, man.
I was going to say that. Kind of frustrating for CMU. They're riding that high wave of momentum, and now they have to readjust some things.
Yeah, looks like the camera up there, something is getting readjusted near that antenna.
Well, they were able to readjust it here pretty quickly, so we're ready to finish this one out here.
McGurk Arena getting loud again. The fans are on their feet. Zelina Anderson, exactly who CMU wants behind the service line.
Knuckleball barely gets over the net. Here's Converse. Good dig there from Langton. Set up to Casson again. They're feeding her here late in the 5th set. Arcucci gets it down. Buffalo isn't going to go away without making some noise.
Yeah, nice offensive possession there from Buffalo. There's a pretty big opening in the middle of the floor. The tip at the net from CMU honestly doesn't help them that time as it drops down.
So 1-point lead here now for CMU, 12-11. First to 15 will win set 5 and the match. Raymond finishes it off. 13-11 now.
Natalia Raymond, you know they want to get her going. It hasn't been the best day for her at the net, but we talk about it. It's all about adjusting for CMU. They're not going to go away from one of their better players as she picks up the point.
Crucial one at that. Now just 2 points away. Somehow Buffalo almost gets it over, but now CMU again set and match point off the ace from Grace Thomas.
The freshman Grace Thomas with a phenomenal serve, putting pressure on the Bulls defense. You mentioned it, 1 point away from first place in the conference.
Central Michigan, you kind of maybe anticipated they maybe play a little lackadaisical here in set 5 after dropping 2 straight sets, but credit them, they've been the aggressor here in set 5.
And not only that, but they were trailing 6-4 in this 5th set, which I know that doesn't feel like a ton, but after losing 2 straight sets, you were up 23-20 in the 4th set, end up losing it, and then trail 6-4 to open up the 5th set. It really felt like it might just end up not going their way. It felt like all the momentum was on Buffalo's side. And ever since that timeout, they have been hot offensively, and a big thanks to Christina Casson.
We'll see if they go to her here to finish it out, or if maybe Grace Thomas can get another ace and finish it off.
And Ali Korba sitting there at 49 assists, so you know they'd love to get her the magic number 50 with the final point.
Be a great way to finish it off, that number 50, crisp 50 if you will, in set 5. Fans on their feet here once again. Grace Thomas ready to serve. The silence as it goes long. Grace Thomas, that's not what you want to do. It's a cardinal sin with that set and match point. Sends it too long.
But you're still in a comfortable spot. You still lead by 2 points and are just 1 point away from winning. So it's not the end of the world for CMU.
So Converse will serve. She's got on a couple of rallies herself when she's been at the service line. Lena Anderson doing a good job getting that up. Far side, Raymond can't quite get it down. Trebahovka, it gets down, and CMU wins it. CMU takes sole possession of first place in the MAC, and what a thriller it was. 15-12 in the 5th set.
Christina Casson finishes it off here with Abby Olin next to her. Who else to get it done? She dominated in that 5th set and picks up the block. CMU made it interesting in that 3rd and 4th set, but in the 5th set, they pull it out. First place in the MAC.
They wanted to make sure these fans, these obnoxious fans, got every single ounce of volleyball they possibly could. They want to showcase their talents. They've been doing it all season long. First place in the MAC, and CMU can smell that title, or the conference tournament, hosting that conference tournament.
Exactly. They want to keep playing volleyball right here in this building. We're getting closer and closer to the end of MAC play in volleyball, and CMU now has won their 5th straight MAC game, this time doing it in 5 sets.
You see the interaction between the players and the fans.
So cool. I mean, these fans are so loyal, a ton of parents in the crowd, and it's just, how can you not come watch this team right now? They are playing some excellent volleyball, and they are just a treat to watch on a nightly basis.
And nobody anticipated this team to be where they're at right now. They were projected to be 7th in the MAC. Number 1 all by themselves. They improved now to 9-2 in the MAC, 18-5 overall.
And as every time, Coach Golick wants to talk it over with his team, but he's letting the players lead the conversation. You can see Christina Casson, she's talking it over. That's the best part that Coach Golick, his leadership style, he allows the players to be leaders themselves. And that's why they're all bought in as a team.
And we talk about the team effort. It's always been between these teams, between this team. You never know who's going to be the main player. Today, it was Casson, at least as of late, but you see 3 players up above double-digit in kills. Casson with 16, Olin with 15, and Schrock with 13.
Yeah, that's the best part, because last night, Grace Thomas was the hero. She was more quiet tonight. Natalia Raymond, their kill leader, was also quiet tonight, and they're still able to pick up a win over a really good Buffalo team, who we have to give Buffalo their credit, because down 2 sets to none, they did a phenomenal job coming back and almost beating CMU, but the Chippewas still able to pull it out.
An awful frustrating weekend here for Buffalo. They were close in every single set. They took 2, they took 1 in that first match between the two. Took 2 here today in back-to-back fashion, but just couldn't quite close out here in the 5th set. And obviously that looks like a pretty severe injury for Manuela Forlin as well, too. A key player to lose at a tough point in the season.
Yeah, and CMU is just really taking this one in. They're still talking things over. They're really using this as an opportunity going forward.
And obviously a big win for them, so they're going to want to kind of relish this a little bit, just kind of sit in there and really enjoy this win as they now kind of get a little bit of a break here between their next game. And just once again, though, just the incredible team effort from this team.
Yeah, they're moving to 18-5 now overall, 9-2 in the MAC. The only team to 9 wins in the MAC. Bowling Green does play Kent State. They're in action right now, so if they're able to win, they would be at 9 wins, but still CMU owns the tiebreaker and sits at first place.
Yeah, CMU gets a little bit of a break. They won't play until November 1st at Ohio. Weekend series between them, November 1st and 2nd against the Bobcats.
Celebration continues here for CMU.
Can I see that real fast?
And it looks like our silent report has head coach Mike Golick. Victoria Chesson, take it away.
Coach, what a game tonight. I mean, it was a 5th set victory. It was a battle back and forth. What did you tell your team in that last match point timeout to get this win today?
We just always want to be the most aggressive team in set 5, and I felt like there were periods of time where we got a little tentative in sets 3 and 4 and allowed Buffalo to get back in the match. And we just have been saying since the beginning of the year, we want to risk it for the biscuit. We want to get after it in set 4, set 5, go for it. We were in a tough set 4. We felt like we could have won that one, and we let that one slip away. And I feel like it was a really mature response from us to just stay the course and figure it out in set 5. We took some big cuts. You know, Abby Olin and Christina Casson really paced us offensively, and I just thought we kind of stayed in it. You know, even though some people weren't playing their best, we just kept fighting for the next rally. So real pleased with the weekend for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I know today was a special one for you. It was the 3rd autism awareness match tonight. How important to you to to continue to build that awareness and educate others around this?
Yeah, personally, my daughter's got autism. She's almost 7, and so when we got the diagnosis 4 years ago, we didn't know much, right? And we were so naive to it, and so we wanted to do an event like this, not just to host people with neurodiversity, but to educate people about the neurodiversity within our own communities, and really kind of hopefully people walked away with an understanding a little bit of the autistic brain, how things work, and that they're in our communities, and sometimes we don't recognize that. And I'm grateful for Central Michigan University giving us a platform to spread awareness about an event that is different than maybe some of the other events that we have throughout our year. So I'm really grateful for that opportunity and that platform.
You are now #1 in the MAC. How are we going to use this to motivate your team into the last couple weeks of regular season?
Yeah, we're building some confidence. We don't care about the standings, and I'm being serious about that. We've got to get ready for a good Ohio team on the road. And we use the analogy that we've got to play 18 matches like you got to play 18 holes of golf. So you can't start comparing your scorecard until you've gotten through 18, because a lot can happen. So we're going to just keep focused on what we need to do, one game at a time. We hit the road this week. We were really great in October, okay? And we said that, championships can't be won in October, but they can be lost. And now November, we want to be kicking it into another gear. And we still have a lot of good volleyball to play. There's a lot of teams and a lot of parity in our league. So we've got to be ready to go. We got to recover after a 5-set emotional win. We got to get our bodies right, our minds right, and have a good week of practice.
Congrats on the win, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you. Fire up.
And just an important win there for CMU. Just a special weekend for them. They're able to capture first place. What a weekend it's been for Victoria Chesson, for Kyle Sandel. I'm Jacob Tenson. Thanks for watching this weekend. And as always, fire up.
It's Red Tag Savings Time at Penske Chevrolet. Get Red Tag holiday savings now on new Trax or Equinox. Your choice, $299. $299 a month at Penske Chevrolet. Drive new Trax or Equinox. Your choice. Red Tagged at only $299 a month. The Red Tags are back now at Penske Chevrolet.
This season, ESPN Plus has hundreds of games across 20 conferences. That's more action, more touchdowns, more college football.
Yeah, that's how I get by.
Streaming now.
Formula One at its absolute finest. This is Formula One.
Listen up, hockey fans. NHL on ESPN Plus is back. The hardest hits, the dangles, and of course, the sellies.
You gotta be kidding me! It's not real!
Enjoy every second of 1,000+ out-of-market games, exclusive matchups, marquee NHL events, and so much more. That's hockey on ESPN Plus.
I feel like we're living in a movie.
Love you guys. Formula One is go! Oh, it's contact! Formula One at its absolute finest! Oh my Lord, Max! This is Formula One! This is Formula One!
NWSL semifinals, Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern on ABC and ESPN+.
NHL on ESPN Plus is back. Enjoy 1,000+ out-of-market games, exclusive matchups, marquee NHL events, and so much more. That's hockey on ESPN Plus.
The time has come. Two larger-than-life legends collide.
John Jones is the heavyweight